welcome to We're Just Some Messages podcast. Of course, I am Mike.
What's happening? It's Marcus.
And of course, I couldn't do this thing without my dog, Drew Money on the boards.
How y'all feeling?
I am feeling great, man. How are y'all fellas doing, man?
I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Had a productive week, so feeling accomplished.
Definitely. We already said a few weeks ago it was gonna be a busy week, man. It's definitely been a busy week. Apologies for last week, but life is going on for niggas, man. But glad to be back for y'all, man. Glad to be back. Drew, how was Fashion Week, man? Let's get right into it, man.
That was a good time, man. New York cold as hell.
Of course, February.
Man, bro, that shit was like, it was like a movie skit, bro. Like, you how the movie scene, you walking in the snow and shit, and it's just like snow building up on you, like building up on your shoulders and shit. Like, that's literally
building up on your shoulders.
For real, bro. But it was a wonderful time, man. Of course, you just have to continue to pivot, man, through it all. And it was, I think it was one of the smoother shows. And I think everybody, I mean, if you look at the reaction and just the pictures and the content that's going, it's nuts, man. Like, I mean, it was just a good crew of people. Like, this crew was really good. Solid photographers, solid videographers. Of course, Frank, continued to kill the thing, man. Like, hats off to him. Hats off to DJ Fresh, the Miss Rosalita, Brianne, like everybody, like, Fred just killed it, man. I mean, the visual artists that was selected, man. I mean, their work was just phenomenal. The performance, Frank released a new song with Saucito. So they performed that live, and that was the first time, like, putting all that together and shit. So that shit was that was dope. Had a drummer. Man, bro, it just, when you can sit back and just look at the shit and just be like, wow, damn, you did that shit. Like, that's a good feeling, So for me, man, it was like, how am I going to top LA? And this definitely I feel like it happened, in real time. Like, it was a lit show in New York. And, I don't know, bro. I'm just hyped. This shit's just lit,
that's
man.
what's up,
I ain't
man.
gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a lot
I mean,
of
yeah,
work.
you anticipated when we talked about it. You definitely anticipated a great show.
Yeah.
So
I just had a good feeling about New York this time. For real.
same location.
It was a different location, and I think that venue itself is a how it's put together. You have to get creative because it's not, most, even like how we're in, which is shaped in a square. It's shaped as a rectangle. You know what I mean? So you're shooting everything vertical. Everything has to make sense in a vertical line. So that was interesting. And just the placement of the bar also was just how we're gonna use this and create with this. So I think we executed everything on. I mean, we checked the boxes for me. So, like I said, man, it's a little easier when you do the scouting trips and you get to, be 10 toes in the building and you create the vision. And then it's a little different. I didn't make the scouting trip because life was lifing, and situations came up. But it was being able to just touch there and just be, all right, boom, this is how I want to do it. And everybody was like, yeah, I like that. So, I think for the production side, man, we fucking nailed it. It's just now piecing everything together, for me.
Definitely the aftermath.
Yes, sir. And it's an aftermath, man. But I mean, the content, it's rolling, man. This shit look good, man. I mean, we have really good photographers, really good shooters in the building, man. Like, that pit was fucking lit, for real.
Okay.
Like, them boys, niggas shooting with, look at them boys, lenses and shit. Like, oh, man, I already know what your content about to look like, bro. Like, yo, you good? Are you in your right position? Making
you
sure
about to go buy some new toys?
Nah, not right now. Not right now. But I'm it's just interesting because I can see now, like, being able to, use those pieces to see what people have and be like, okay, you're shooting with a 24 to know, like, okay, you need to be closer to get a certain type of shot. But I also wanted to create two different two different scenes essentially with this.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the first look, boom. You have those people with short lenses, to get the wide spectrum of paintings and the models, so you get the full scale before they even hit the runway.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the second pit that's catching everything. You get the crowd reaction, you get what's happening in the back, you get the model, of course. So, but this content's lit, bro. I ain't
You
gonna
think
hold
you had more drone shots this time around?
you. I have some really good drone shots. I ain't gonna hold you. Um, but with the drone, man, it's you know, I have to focus on one thing or two things at the same time when I'm flying the drone. I'm focusing on my camera and having to look at the screen. So, and also making sure that shit don't fly into nobody. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little tricky for that, but I just want to, I have to get some kind of content with that drone, and I did, and it's fire. I ain't gonna hold you. It's just lit.
What was the vibe of New York like when you was there? Like, how was it? How was the city shaking when you was out there?
Bruh, I ain't gonna hold you. It's never what New York has going on when I'm in New York. It's what I have going on.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we got so much shit happening real time that I'm not worried about what New York has going on.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a nasty individual, okay, boom, we're gonna move a certain way. But it's just, it's New York, man. Like it was only kind of towards it was after the show really. I really got the feel of the New York nastiness. You know what I'm saying? Because now the work is done, but it was just on some venue type shit. Not on us type shit.
All right.
So it was good, man. I mean, bro, shit was hard, man. I ain't gonna hold you. Like that was a fucking raw ass show. Like that shit was really hard.
It was 2 or 3 of them.
It's just one.
Just one?
One
Oh, okay.
show. Yeah, man. So we popped in New York, man.
What was that, Thursday?
Yeah, I got there on Thursday. That was opening night. And boom. I mean, you touch down and you just start rolling into it.
So the show was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Friday. And so we did. We went bowling on Saturday night, and that was dope too, man. Like that, the lane, tiny ass little lane shit. But the bowling alley was lit, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
I bet, man.
That
Got a little competitive in there?
Yeah,
Well, it was just a good time. I'm gonna try to win.
I ain't gonna hold you, boy. Frank mama, she whoop everybody's ass.
She
bro.
nice?
She was nice. Shout out to Ma, man. Ma
Okay,
nice.
okay.
Bowling, bro. Where I might have to start paying for that ball. Come travel with me. Stop playing, man. You know what I'm saying? But nah, it was a good time, man. Truly, I love bowling. It was a good vibe. I think it was just something after that good feel of killing the runway. Now you can kind of like kick back and relax, but also shooting content and creating that memory because it was dope.
Yeah.
Models came through, and they got competitive and shit like that. But it was just a vibe.
Yeah, I remember I was talking to JT prior about like the format of the show and how he probably was gonna do 1 or 2 shows versus because we had 3 the last time we was in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had 3 shows. Was it 2 or was it 3?
No, it was 2.
It was 2, and he was talking about possibly going down to 1 or keeping it at 2. So, what do you think was? Do you like the 1 show format, or do you prefer more, or just they both the same?
I think if it makes sense as far as like venues and also how long you gonna spend in these cities,
Mm-hmm.
like you're in big cities. New York isn't a place that you really want to play around. They got great venues, but then on the outside of that, it sucks for parking. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So it's like tomato. In that kind of situation, like you can't nail everything in New York.
It just especially depends on what borough you're in. See,
Yeah.
so like when we was in New York last year, everything was in Manhattan.
Yeah.
So Uber everywhere. Either way, you're gonna have to pay something, whether it be by the parking, the car you get, or you paying by Uber. So for me, it was just getting there.
Yeah.
That mainly was about because I was not about to get no rental.
Yeah, and I mean,
I was not about to do that.
bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like the venue that we had, bro. Like I said, man, it was a dope venue. Great.
Okay,
Yeah.
y'all was in Manhattan or y'all was in a different borough?
I was in a different borough.
Okay.
But I mean, Times Square was right around the corner, man. And it, bro, it was. We even popped out there to be able to shoot content. It's cold as shit out there, though, bro. Like but it's like crazy because photographers make a living out there on
Bro,
Times
it's
Square
cold
just
as
taking
fuck.
pictures.
Bro, listen, so we shot at the rooftop that Saturday or that Friday. It was that Friday. So I went out to Times Square prior, just to sightsee shit like that, keep the shit. Man, I don't know what I was thinking going out there with no Scully on. I ended up buying a Scully off the dude. Bro, that wouldn't be whipping down there. You see what I'm saying? It's not so much the cold. All right, so you could deal with the cold. When that wind get this spinning, that shit hitting, slapping your face and shit is different. But yeah, it's a different. Of course, it's a different type of cold up there, dog. Like for sure.
I went to New York in July.
But them photographers be out there too.
Yeah, I went to New York in July, and when the sun went down, shit's temperature dropped. I was like, oh shit, like the fuck.
Yeah, if it's a clear day and the sun drop, yeah, you'll have a long. It can get a little cool out there.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
You know, it's crazy. They say it's like that in Arizona too.
Oh, where?
They have some like around fall, more so fall time. That sun get to going down.
Yeah,
they can have some cold nights.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
I mean, but we was in Union Square, so that shit was like it was a perfect location. I mean, got the high rise right there in the back.
Okay.
I mean, dog, it was perfect, bro. Like, and then it was just being able to we parked across the street. It wasn't supposed to, but they have vendors and shit outside, so it's like they had parking already on like the bike lane essentially.
Yeah, certain cities real strict with their parking, man.
Yeah, we got on through with that. I ain't gonna.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, we
That's
got on
good.
through with that. But, bro, I'm excited for Atlanta. Atlanta's up next. Then Kentucky Derby. Then we got Miami Swim, and then back in New York in September. So
Back in New York, September. Okay.
yeah, so it's hell of a list, man.
Hell of a list.
But we're gonna execute, man. It's gonna get better and better, for sure, for sure. But it was a really good week. Because then prior to that, I had to go to St. Martin for an
Saw you was
engagement
down
shit. Yeah, man. So that was dope. Cool little island. Definitely would go back. Definitely. It's crazy though that a lot of people go there and get like by a jury and shit. But the thing about it is, it's like if you get it appraised here, it ain't gonna be worth shit. Damn, basically, like they can't test it correctly or some shit like that. But they push heavy on the jury, like niggas walking around with chains pulling out. Look at this, you want this, like heavy on the jury, bruv.
I believe it.
Yeah,
Gotta get your hustle on.
yeah, on everything, every corner. But it was cool little island, man. But so far so good, man. 2024, bro. No complaints, man. Just giving thanks.
Oh, the fast forward button is definitely getting hit because March is here.
Yeah, about to say next week.
Man, I always say man, listen. January, February, March, April, May, June. That shit June about to be in 3 months, 3 or 4 months.
It's crazy.
Yeah, 4 more months. So it's gonna kick up. So man, we got to get right into the shits, man. We had some shit happen over the last couple weeks, man. Last episode we kind of briefly spoke about Monique's interview with Shannon Sharp, but the aftermath was the one that really did it. So her son came out, and he dropped like a 10-minute video. I did watch the whole thing, to give his accounts of him and his mom's relationship, and him basically kind of debunking everything that she was saying, talking about the things that she did as to why she's not a good mom, how she make it seem like it was this. Then in turn, Monique dropped a video with her husband in response to, what he said. Then I seen a stand-up that she did, and when she basically was like, saying, oh, man, fuck that nigga, and da-da, this, that, and the third. And I didn't want to see it go in that direction. I didn't even know he was going to speak out. He didn't seem, all these years, I never seen her son speak out. So for him to, take the time to come out and speak about it, you could definitely say that he felt some type of way about it. They both come off to me both as very stubborn individuals. Mm-hmm. You could tell the love is definitely still there. Yeah. Things want to get worked out. Spilling it over to the internet is never a recipe for success. We seen it like with Master P and Romeo. We seen it with a lot of father-son, father-daughter, mother-son, mother-daughter relationships who are in the public figure spill out over the internet. I mean, we seen it with Floyd Mayweather and his daughter. Mm-hmm. And I'm just never a fan of it, man. And, in turn with that, Shannon catches a lot of heat because of, him putting out interviews. So it's just a lot of layers to it. But just to stay with Monique and her son is, you know, and I spoke about the family dynamic on this pod before. And, my biggest thing is, dog, if the shit can be worked out, work it out. And if not, just keep all that shit off the internet. But just from seeing body languages in his video, it's a son that definitely wants love from his mother. Definitely. And even Monique, when she spoke about, because initially we heard it from her side, you could definitely see a mother that was just like, hey, I would want a relationship with my son. She's charging it more so to the time being fixing it. But sometimes, man, you just can't rely on time because you never know what the fuck happens. Hey, speaking from personal experience, you see what I'm saying? RIP my sister Tyler, but, me and her didn't leave off on a bad page. I think I would be so torn if me and her was on a bad page. You get what I'm saying? But that's what keeps me kind of in a positive balance with losing her, is the fact that we didn't leave off on a bad page. Because I said before, it's not necessarily the death that hurts people when they lose a loved one. It's how they left off that hurts them. So when I'm looking at Monique and her son, I'm like, bro, if y'all can fix this shit, fix it. And I'm not saying anything that has been said is cool. It's not okay. It's not okay for Monique to do a stand-up post and, even though make light of a joke, say fuck my son, that's not cool off the heels of what's going on. That just adds fuel to the fire. You get what I'm saying? It's just nasty all around. It's nasty all around.
But what Monique, for her to say that at the concert, for me, it's just like, dog, you don't gotta say that now. Like, you don't have to.
You can make light of the situation, but you don't gotta be like that.
You don't have to be like that. And because when her son comes across, when I saw his little interview, he came across very respectful. He wasn't like trying to bash her, even though I do see where you say he's stubborn, how you can see that, but he didn't come across as like trying to like really like go in on her.
No, not at all. No,
what I'm saying? So
he wasn't.
I felt like for her,
he was just airing his grievances, basically.
Yeah, so I say for her to say that wasn't really warranted. You know what I'm saying? And if he was going to say that, you could have just said that behind closed doors. You didn't have to put that in your routine, because now that's going to be one of the main headlines. Oh, Monique said fuck her son.
That's what it was when the clip was going around. This is a comedy show now, so that's the main highlight. And then even with the Instagram live with her husband,
why was he even there?
That's what a lot of people want to know.
Why is he even there? That's an issue between your biological son and the biological mother, not the stepfather. That nigga can be to the side. He wasn't there. Like, that's not your real pop. So for y'all to have y'all issues, that needs to stay between y'all two. Like, he doesn't need to be the voice for her to speak.
Mm-hmm.
That's gotta be.
It seems like Monique is always in lockstep with him and with everything, because she speaks very, very, very highly of that man. Like, she loves this man, but again, that's a relationship between you and your son that only y'all two can fix, for real.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I dig that, because black man, black woman, he sits beside her. I can dig all that. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with that. But when it comes to certain issues, I feel like she got to stand on her own too, and this is just one of them.
Like, definitely, for sure. But what's surprising to me, to the public, well, probably because she's not really predominant like that, how she used to be. Monique anytime she has spoken on that, it wasn't new to me that she had an issue with her son. I always knew that.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, okay. So for a lot of people, I was kind of surprised a lot of people didn't know that. So when she talked about it on Shannon, of course, Shannon got a booming platform, a lot of new listeners, so they probably didn't know. But that has always been a thing between them two.
I never knew that.
They haven't had the public back and forth, but she has always kind of spoke to, that's one of the things that I,
like regret.
She has always said she's been a bad mother in terms of him, because she was chasing a dream. And it's like, man, you really got to find that balance when you out here chasing dreams, man, especially you got kids, or, you got a niece or nephew that's left behind, and you're the sole provider. Like, that shit matters. And you got to ask yourself, is it worth, chasing my dream to sever or have this damaging relationship with a son or a daughter? You got to ask yourself that. She chose her, she chose her side. She was successful, but
At what cost?
At what cost, to sacrifice a relationship with your son? I mean, he's 30 years old now. For me, I would say personally, when you reach a certain age, it comes a time I'm outside looking in. If you're putting forth the effort to try to make it work, and this is very specific, like this is why context matters. We're talking about a mother. You only get one of those. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? It's not like a grandmother. You got two grandmothers on both sides of the family, grandfather both sides. You get one mother. You know what I'm saying? You may have a stepmother that was there from the cool, but you get one mother. Yeah. Me looking at it's like, bro, you gotta fix that. Yeah. And I feel like with him being 30 years old now, extend that olive branch. I understand the parent should be the one that. I'm just saying if he hasn't been putting in the effort. Now, if he has been trying, then just charge it to the game. There shouldn't be no talking on the internet, period. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And then even put the pride to the side and fix that shit. Because I know for a fact, I bet every dime that I have is, God forbid something happened to either one of them, they would be fucked up behind that shit. Definitely. And then what do you leave off? Instagram lives, comedy stand-up. If you willing to make a 10-minute video about somebody, you want to fix that shit. Yeah. You're not dedicating 10 minutes to somebody to talk about them to post on the internet if you don't want to fix that shit.
Yeah. You'd have something, I mean, for that, like, you have a lot to say. So
say it to her.
Get
in person.
I mean, and then, when you think about it, it's like when it comes to the dynamic between like kids and parents, kids got to look at it from a perspective of like, they're just humans too. Like, humans make mistakes and things of that nature. And then at parents, I feel like sometimes they got to look at it like, yo, this is still my kid. So I still got to handle this with a little bit of, delicacy. You can't.
Regardless of how old they are.
How old they are. You can't just.
It's a lot of trauma there.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just go all in on them. You know what I'm saying? So you got to,
you got to peel back the layers. You just can't. Like she said, she was like, if we're going to make an apology, you just can't say, I'm sorry for everything. Nah. Yeah. I'm sorry for what specifically? Yeah. This, like them two have a lot. And I've seen a lot of comments behind it because a lot of people relate to that. Yeah. So a lot of people are going to personalize it, understandable, because they may resonate with that directly. Mm-hmm. Understandable. But my whole thing is, for either side, both sides are, in my opinion, held accountable. Monique more so because she's the parent. Yeah. But I feel like even as a 30-year-old man, yeah, you're still your mother's child. But, dog, you got to definitely be the one, in my opinion, to extend that olive branch. Now, if you don't want nothing to do with your mother, cool. Leave it how it is. Yeah. Some people, they exhaust their options. They done what they can. But listening and watching that video, seeing his body language, that doesn't look like a son that's completely done with his mother. He just wants her to be more so accountable for her actions. It's two sides to a story. Monique has her side here, because even when Shannon asked her, that's a relationship we're not on. We're not on speaking terms. That's something that I'm allowing time to let happen.
But you can't.
You can't always charge shit like that to time.
Can't do that.
That's essentially taking it for granted.
Yeah, and then like you said, if something happens, you're gonna be like that, because there's gonna be like no closure for you.
None. Like. I'm pretty sure we all know somebody in here who probably lost somebody, and they confide in you and they just be like, damn, like last time we talked, it was on this. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, for one thing I am appreciative of is the people that I've lost, friends, my sister. I can say that the last time we talked, like, it was on good terms. It was never nothing on, some dumb shit. I'd be fucked up if I lost somebody and the last time we spoke, it was on some petty dumb shit. Yeah. That shit would eat me up. Mm-hmm. That shit would really eat me up. And just seeing Monique and her son is like, bro, this shit ain't worth it at the end of the day. It's really not. Like, that looks like something that can be fixed. And again, if it can't, then leave it alone. But both of y'all are dedicating time to talk to each other via the internet, a third party, when y'all could be talking to each other. And like I said, I'm only knowing what I'm seeing. it could be layers and layers and upon layers of what the fuck they've been going through all these years. Monique, outside looking in, aftermath, completely fucked up, wrong. So she could be supporting a lot of the things that he's been saying as far as her character, her demeanor, and everything like that. But you as a 56, 60-year-old woman, I'm assuming, I don't know her age exactly, you got to really look at that.
But sometimes somebody that old is stuck in their ways.
They could be. And at that point, you as a 30-year-old man got to sit back and just be like, hey, that's just what it is. It's no malice or nothing, but you can still be cordial. He has a daughter.
Yeah, you want
your child to have
a
grandmother relationship. Everybody does. Nobody, y'all might not be on the best of pages.
Yeah.
Like I remember I was talking to my homegirls last year, and you know, she wasn't really on good terms with her mother and her sister. And at the time I was telling her, you know, hey, like, I asked her, I said, can it be fixed? And it's like, you know, Mom, she just be on bullshit. She just be on sister, you know. I said, fix that shit.
Yeah.
When my sister passed, me and her was talking. She said, the first thing I thought of is when you told me about how I should be with my sister. I was like, bruh, fix that shit. Fix that shit, bruh. Like, for real, fix that shit. If it could be fixed, and in the grand scheme, it just be somebody talking crazy to one another, or, you know, not really being. And I get it. A lot of people, they get to a point where it's like, you know what? This person doesn't want to be accountable for their actions. They don't want to change their ways. Cool. Leave it as is. But if it can be fixed, fix that shit.
Facts.
Whether it be cousin, brother, whatever the case may be. Because, like I said, God forbid something happens, it's going to tear you up. And you're not going to get that opportunity back. All you're going to have is the memories, you know, you going to their grave site, talking to them, whatever the case may be, but you're never going to get that in-person opportunity again. You're not. And you sit back and all you have is to go off, y'all internet shit. A stand-up comedy of you throwing jokes of your last memory of your son. That shit not cool.
Yeah, that shit fucked up.
Your shit is not cool. Shit's not cool. Drew, what you think about it?
You just got to fix that, man. Honestly, that's how I just feel about it. I mean, it's a situation between a mother and a son that the public shouldn't know about, but now we know about. I mean, clearly it's been going on a while, but I just feel like if either one of them, like you said, if either one of them pass away right now, they both gonna be sick. Somebody's gonna be sick. So if you know that, fix that shit. That's where I stand with it.
Yeah, the pride can't get in the way of that shit, man.
That's the biggest thing right there, man. Pride, that's the biggest thing, man. I mean, because it's like niggas gonna stand on pride every single time until they feel like they can't. But niggas will stand on their pride for whatever. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the fuck is going on.
You can't fight that, though. When death come, you can't fight that.
No.
That's going to wipe away all of that. It's going to wipe away all of that. How y'all feel about, like, Shannon Sharp getting a lot of heat from people post, you know, these interviews he been doing?
To me, I think it's kind of whack because it's like, first of all, this is his job. Second of all, he's not really being messy. He just really just asked the question, and he's not like trying to bait them to go like talk about somebody else. A lot of these people come there to air grievances out, so they don't really they be bringing this shit up most of the time themselves. Shannon might say a topic, they'll talk to Shannon back, and then within that, then something might they might say something. So then Shannon going, of course, say, okay, so what's that? Then they just start, people just start talking after that.
He's very professional in terms of his interviews, and I think he does a great job of keeping a balance. I kind of look at it like Drink Champs Light. They don't get too
fucked up
to a point where they're just going off the rails.
Yeah.
He gives them a sense of comfortability. It's very calm, chill. He asks the right questions. So I don't look at Shannon as messy at all.
Me either.
I don't. I think he does a great job. Like, so for people to be coming out now with all this like gay stuff and this, to me, it's just dumb. Everybody's just looking for a moment. Corey Holcomb, like, he don't never seem like he ever happy about anything. This nigga, he just seems like a very upset individual. Like, I never see, and I get it, he's a comedian, but my nigga, you don't have no positive feedback for anything. Like, nothing. You're like, he's just always upset and angry about anything, bruh.
Yeah.
And then I seen Eddie Griffin, he throwing gay shots at Shannon. It's just like, bruh, it's unnecessary, bruh.
And he
It's
just
unnecessary.
and then he turned around and apologized for doing that shit, Eddie Griffin. So I'm like, all right, man, what are we doing? And then for Shannon, like,
Him and Mike Epps, they made up.
yeah, they pieced that up.
Yeah.
But like, even his Johnny Manziel interview, that
I didn't
just
get a
came
chance
out,
to see that.
I saw that. That was really good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Johnny was he got, Johnny was very open, very transparent with Shannon, and Shannon wasn't trying to, like, get things out of him. I mean, Johnny was very, like, he just was talking. He was just open with him. He was just open with bruh. And it was a very great interview, conducted very well. So as far as him being on some messy shit, I just feel like that's really just bullshit, because these people.
It's coming off as hate.
It's
man.
coming off as hate, and these people are really coming there to really talk about something, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he gotta force them to say a lot of this shit.
Mm-mm.
He ain't gotta trick nobody. Like, he ain't gotta get niggas super smacked to get them to talk. A lot of these niggas is just free willing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he just so happens to ask the right questions. But that Johnny Manziel interview was really good, especially how he was just conducting it, the way Johnny was very open, certain questions he was asking. It was a very good interview. Now, the shit was kind of funny because, Johnny is battling sobriety, and why would you offer this nigga a drink? But that's neither here or there. I thought that was kind of funny, but he probably just wasn't thinking. But still, it was a good interview.
Okay, yeah. I think niggas just gotta lay off Shannon, man. Shannon ain't hurting nobody in terms of, like, when it comes to toxic media or bad media, he's not in that light for me.
He's not shade rooming the shit.
Nah. He's just getting, and a lot of people, they comfortable coming and talk to him, man. That's what it really boiled down to. Like, a lot of them are just comfortable to come sit down. He provides them a sense of comfortability and an outlet to, just talk freely, kick the shit. I don't ever look at him like no shade room type vibes and none of that shit. Nah, Shannon don't get on the type vibe. Niggas be hating. That nigga said, that check he got from the Cat Williams interview, though, he said, man, them boys had to bring that shit on the Brinks truck. I know Shannon with that laugh. I know he got that check, boy. That shit is like 60 M's up, I think, on YouTube.
Man, that's
60 million. I think Monique shit hit about 15 M's. So,
I mean,
hey, man, salute to him, man. Shannon put in the work, man.
He definitely put in the work, because he's if it was like an artist, bruh got catalog, because he interviews, like, he damn near interviewed all of black comedians. That was one. I mean, he got rappers.
Got a lot more to do, man.
He got rappers in there. He got a lot of different kinds of people in there.
But you could tell he got a real passion for it. He did one thing I appreciate about Shannon, and the guests even say it. He does his research.
Yes.
So he ain't coming up there just to bullshit. He got certain questions prepared. Like Monique, Shannon, look at you. Like Kat said the same thing. Like, bro, like he really does his. But that's the pride with this shit, bro. Like, it's not about just getting on a mic. You just can't get on the mic and think you can talk and do this thing. Like, we in this shit 7 years. Like, it's a certain love and pride you gotta have with doing this.
Can't bullshit.
You just can't plug up a mic and think you about to come up here and no. Certain way you gotta talk. You gotta know your research. You gotta know what you're talking about, how to talk about it, how to be, engageful, relatable, and all that. And he checks all those boxes. You see it now. There's a lot of people stopping now with this podcast thing. It's a lot of people stopping because they thought it was just an easy thing or a quick money grab. No, it's a certain level of skill you gotta have. The love, number one, and you just gotta have a certain type of integrity too.
Yeah.
The real gonna prevail regardless of how many people you got listening. It's something that you really want to do and you want to work at it. It's gonna take off.
Yeah.
And for Shannon to already have the platform that he had on top of the skills, he's gonna do nothing but continue to grow. But you gotta have a certain level of love for this shit and integrity with it. If not, you're just gonna fall by the wayside, like we seen over the last couple years.
Mm-hmm. And another thing with Shannon is the fact that, for him being such a Hall of Famer, a lot of the guests come up there have a lot of respect for him. So you always gonna get like you always gonna get for the most part the truth. You know, niggas gonna be very upfront with bruh. You know what I'm saying? So it's always gonna be for him. It's always gonna be you got respect for the guests have high respect for you. So our conversations are always none of this shit gonna go off the rails, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? For none of his conversations is gonna go off the rails. He doesn't really, he's not really asking people like these. He's really not asking niggas like no daring, challenging questions. He's asking. He's kind of getting you sprinkle those questions in a little bit, but that's through him having a conversation with you because through the conversation you have the natural, thought to just okay, well you said this, well what is that about?
Yeah.
Boom. You know what I'm saying? So all props to bruh, man. He's doing a hell of a job.
Hell yeah. Shout out to him, man. Shane, keep doing your thing. I wanted to have a conversation about this teacher that Drew, you'll speak more to this since you deal with kids. This teacher been going viral around TikTok. You know, he posts videos of like his kids' inability to understand, read, all that. You seen the dude? He be rocking the glasses and shit.
No, I don't think I seen that.
Yeah, so he be posting videos about like how he also be getting on the parents for not, basically teaching their kids like some of the basics. He looked like he be teaching like second, third grade type.
Oh, and they can't, and they don't, and they're not like
They're not really grasping like shapes, colors, all like that's what he
wow.
be saying and all this type of shit. And he be getting negative feedback because some people support it, some people get negative feedback. My whole thing is your content shouldn't be the bulk of them not grasping it.
Yeah.
The bulk of my content would be the steps taken to get it, what they understood, and at the end result, what positives was taken away. If I'm gonna address them not understanding it, I'm gonna get that out the way the first 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, my students are having trouble understanding this. Okay, this is the steps that we took forward, whether it be through, some sort of activity, some learning, understanding exercise or something like that. I think it's distasteful to put out videos of, your students not being able to understand something, especially black kids.
Yeah.
And putting out to the world because it's counterproductive.
It's like
where's the end goal? Because if it's not a round out of okay, we got to this point, you're doing yourself a disservice as not only a teacher but also to the students, the parents of those kids. Not saying that he's putting them on camera, but the parents gonna know when they see the teacher. Oh, like that's my son's teacher. Oh, that's my daughter's teacher, bro. The bulk of the content should be you putting in a plan together to help them understand. You got to provide kids grace. Everybody talk about grace, but never doing the shit. We're talking about kids here. Yeah. At the end of the day, you got to give kids 100% grace because some kids are going to get it right here. Some are going to take this, and then some may take a little bit longer. But they're kids, though. Yeah. You as a teacher, that's why you're here. To help them get to that point.
To guide them. And then
exactly.
It comes off as like chastising the kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this kid doesn't know what it seems like when the TikTok videos, like you said.
It seems content over everything, man.
Like, oh, the kid is not grasping this. Oh, let me show you why. Instead of him putting this, he's putting this. And it's like, nah, even like you said, address it within the first couple minutes to just let them know, like, hey, my kids are having a difficult time grasping this, but I'm gonna show you guys how we're gonna conquer this for my students because I want my students to learn this. And it could be, like you said, it could be more on the parents to be like, hey, you need to work with your kid. You need to, just stop letting the tablet raise your fucking child. Actually go out and be, and actually, be hands on with your kids so they can learn, at a normal rate. But everybody, like you said, everybody learns different, and everybody household ain't the same. Mm-hmm. You got some kids' parents who really are, with them and very hands on, and
others they may just be workaholics, can't be.
Yeah, and they might not even be like the parents are not like even like, man, I'm just like don't care about my kids' education. But like you said, they might be working, they might be trying to go to school their damn selves, mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying. It's a lot of different circumstances. So to just kind of throw the kids under the bus because they can't learn certain things. Like, I mean, there was a lot of shit that I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't that great in school. I mean, I was great in certain subjects, but overall, I was like probably like a BC student. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So It was a lot of shit, especially in math, nigga. I used to be like, bro, what the fuck is this, bro? I used to be like, dog, what is this?
Yeah.
But English was like, I could, I could read a book. I could write, the paragraph on the book, tell you, give you the main highlights. I could, you know what I'm saying? So that comes easy. But like certain subjects for kids, man, that shit is hard, bro.
Drew.
It's quite simple. Like, put the damn phones down. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no need for this. Like, it's no need to shame your class yet also students on social media. Like, if the objective is to reach a child and teach a child, why do you need to post on the internet? Jesus Christ didn't have social media, but he reached millions. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's the accreditation, or like the need and want and thirst for attention is just disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing this shit for attention, bro. The objective is to teach these fucking kids. You're not posting this child doubling, like reading on a high school level. You know what I'm saying? You're shaming this child essentially. And granted, yeah, the parents should be doing better. Yes, it's on the fucking
It's
parents.
collective effort on both
100%. But it starts on social media, bro. You don't need to have this on social media. But if that's the butt of your joke or the butt of your content, bro, you're trash. To me personally, I just don't think it's healthy for nothing. Like, yeah, I mean, what are you really trying to show? We know that the grannies are raising kids. We know this. We watch you on social media. We see how you live on social media. We see you don't have your kids. It's okay. We get it. But also, I hope behind scenes you're doing your job. And it's clearly there's people not doing their job. That's clear. That's evident. But to post it on internet, I have a different feeling about that. That's just me personally.
Okay, so I gotta ask you guys a questions. How would you describe your experience in public school, wherever you have using Charleston County, wherever, as far as people actually caring, people actually trying to like teach you things? Like, what was y'all experience like with that?
Like what grade?
I would say elementary school, since we're talking about elementary
It was
school.
good. Um, I did I did elementary school K through first grade in New York, and then second through fifth down here. Both were good. Honestly, I don't have nothing bad to say about any of my teachers. There's not a teacher in my past that I look at and be like they didn't care. Um, all my teachers, I would say, was they wouldn't let me skate because they knew I was capable of better. See, what really deterred me, it wasn't the work, it was me getting comfortable. So, like for me, the first half of the year, I would knock shit out like A, B's. Then I get comfortable.
Yeah.
So my teachers, they would be more on me. So there was a time where my mom would have thought I wasn't grasping it. No, I was bullshitting.
Yeah.
I was bullshit, and my teachers, I could say my elementary school teachers wouldn't let me bullshit. I remember when I got put in gate in fifth grade.
Where?
So I got put in gate in fifth grade, and the one quarter I had like a 55 or 60 some shit.
Damn.
But that was just me bullshitting,
Yeah.
straight up.
Yeah.
Like my teacher knew I was better, and they demanded. So there wasn't a time where I could say that I looked at it like my teachers didn't care. I didn't experience that. I know there are some teachers out there who really don't care for their students to get better. Like if they get an average, let's say they just get an average class of a certain grade, they're okay with that.
Yeah.
They don't really care to look at the ones who got the D's, the C's, and try to be like, hey, like each student is different.
Yeah.
So if I got a D on a test, my teacher knew for a fact, Michael, you could have did better on that test. And I know I could have did better because I probably didn't study for the shit.
Yeah.
It was just all about applying myself personally.
All right. So for me, I went to James Island Elementary School from first grade to fourth grade.
Mm-hmm.
For me, Charleston County School District at that time, a lot of them schools didn't give a fuck, bro. There was like I had like my first and second grade teacher, Miss Welch.
Mm-hmm.
She cared. She was cool. My third grade teacher did not give a fuck.
In terms of what? Give me an example.
Like, dog, like when I mean to say like if I failed something, she wouldn't even like try to say you could do none of that shit, bro. She just let me fail. Like she would just like there would be no like trying to help me, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I wasn't really looking for help neither because, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I almost failed the third grade because of like Pokemon Gold and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I almost failed the third grade because of that shit because I used to play that shit every single day, bro. And I used to turn the volume down, I used to turn the brightness down, and I used to play that shit. I used to try to beat that shit every single. I'm talking
That's
about
crazy.
dog. But the thing is, I was failing classes because of that shit, dog. Like, I remember one time I was so deep in the trenches with that shit, I had a whole book report, nigga. I had to finesse a book report on the day of, dog. Some Robin Hood shit. I ended up getting a D on that shit, but I'm in third grade, dog.
Mm-hmm.
And like, but they didn't care. Like, they didn't even notice. Like, I didn't start off good neither. Like, I started off because I think I got the game during the summertime, and I just played like if niggas know, you played the gold. I mean, you played the yellow, you played the blue, and you played the red.
Yeah.
I beat all them shit in 1 year.
Crazy.
And I played that shit all in my desk throughout the whole fucking school year. And I think she even saw me one time and she just looked at me and I looked at her and I just was like, I don't know if she was going to take the game or not. She just like, well, such and such. I'm like, shit, okay. Like, dog, she just didn't care. But thing is, when I moved up here and I went to Dorchester County, they was not having that shit. Like, you know what I'm
So
saying?
they just wasn't letting you fail.
It wasn't letting me fail. Like, bro, and I'm trying to tell you, bro, in James Island, when I was in like third grade, dog, I used to take the bathroom pass. I used to take that shit and I used to just walk around. And just walk around and be gone, dog, and then just come back.
That's crazy.
Like, dog, certain teachers cared, but there was some teachers, bro, that just, like, my third grade teacher, I vividly remember, bro, she didn't give a fuck, bro. It was me, it was my nigga, it was me, and it was Grant, it was fucking Curtis, it was in James Island, and I promise you, I don't think we all barely passed, bro. We all barely passed, because we all used to do the same shit. We all used to just take the bus, the bathroom pass, and just walk around. But in Dorchester County, I tried to do that shit one time. These niggas hit the intercom. Marcus Thornton, please report back to the classroom. I'm like, oh shit, I can't just do that shit. I can't just do that. These niggas actually care about us.
Yeah, shit different.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, dog.
Some teachers can't be teachers. You gotta have a love to want to teach
and that's
make your students better. Like, if a student has a 55, you shouldn't just leave them with a 55. Talk to them, something, get them tutoring, help.
Yeah, that's what
you
I'm
just
saying.
don't leave them, with the 55. But yeah, my experience was in elementary was different. Drew?
Definitely different. I was in the sticks of North Carolina, so it was much different for me. But I mean, I honestly feel like, I mean, even in that, Marcus, I mean, you saying you're playing Pokemon all day. Like, that's not on the teacher. That's on you, bro. Like, that's you doing the shit, bro. But also, like, for me, I know if I didn't do right in school, I'm going to get my ass cut. You know what I'm saying?
That too.
That was also, like, a initiative of, like, yeah, I'm going to do the right things in school because, one, good grades going to get me what I want. Two, if I act up or be dumb,
I gotta deal with that shit.
I'm about to deal with that 100%. So,
it's,
like, I wasn't.
It was always in the cellar too to get good grades.
Right.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? So it was never in my mind to not listen to the teacher or follow directions and shit like that. And yeah, you have your days that you feel like school, and then you have your days you don't, and sometimes you want to rebel.
Consistently, you want to have those good days, 100%. Though. Yeah.
I was a truant my third grade year, bro. I vividly remember that. Like, I was trying to do work, and then I remember one time, it was just always math, bro. Math and science used to just fucking kill me, dog. Mm-hmm. Math and science used to murder me every time, and I remember half the year, I just kind of like gave up on fucking math, dog, in fucking third grade. I don't even but then, that's when survival instincts start kicking in because I'm like, okay, I do not want to fail the third grade. So I got it together like probably like the last month and a half. I got my shit up together. So I got like a D. I got like D's and C's, and I passed them, and they passed me, and I went to the fourth, and then after the fourth, I got good grades after that though. Once I transferred school districts, I started getting A's and B's up here. You know what I'm saying? Because I really had no choice, and like you said, you had to like they had to. You had to like.
You got to switch to that mindset, bro. You got to get serious.
Yeah, they forced you to focus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So. And I think as you get older, a child know when they bullshitting. Yeah. And for me, like that 5th grade year when I was in Gate, and I had that 1 quarter, because like again, not killing shit. Yeah. Got comfortable, got complacent. Now I brought home that 55 that quarter.
Mom's is on you.
She was on me because they bumped me up for a reason. So she wasn't going to allow me to just
struggle out and fail out for some.
Hell no, not for that. She was like, no, they put you here for a reason. And then you come out and now you getting comfortable. That was just always my problem, bro, getting comfortable. So like Dru said, like a lot of the times when it come to it, it's the kid know what they doing. I can honestly say it wasn't nothing my mom wasn't doing. It wasn't nothing the teachers wasn't doing. It was more so on me. Like I knew better and then I would just get comfortable. Like so 7th grade, they did the same shit. I was in regular classes, boom, they boomed me up to advanced classes. You know what I do? I kill shit, get comfortable. Teacher got a call. But when it was me getting comfortable and just being a class clown.
Yeah.
That was mainly my issues. It was the comfortability and just being a class clown. So it wasn't necessarily the work. I just didn't like doing the shit.
Yeah.
It was easy. It was easy for me to understand. I just got to a certain point. I was like, man, I used to think like, oh, I can pick it up on something else. I can make that up. I can make it up. But it got to a point. Teachers, hey, you're not going to always be able to keep making it up. And they would have the real life conversations. But like, hey, when you get in the real world, you ain't going to always be able to, oh, I can make it up on this. I can make it up on that. So that was really my issue. Killing shit, knocking it out, then get comfortable. But if you out here killing shit in the real world and you get comfortable, bro, that moment you getting comfortable can fuck you up for a long time. You can't do that. You see what I'm saying? So I think it's a collective effort on the teachers and the parents to own it. They're a child. They can't get there by themselves. So it's a collective effort. But you as a teacher putting that shit on social media, it's counterproductive.
You might see the hands, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
If you was a parent,
fuck yeah, bro. I hear my child here struggling, like, and I know my child voice, bro. Nah, I'm not that good. Nah, we not doing that. Like, and how are you even getting this shit off? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is the school? It needs to start to be a sense of like, hey, y'all, like
some type of censorship. You feel like?
Yeah, I mean, even for me, there's a release for like we have just to post pictures in the building. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't going on social media and shit. It's just we got to release it, even have it up on this, you know,
in the school. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get it for that purpose, but my nigga, not on social media. Like I'm not trying to. It should definitely be a censorship. I feel that would eliminate goofies like him from this whole thing, because ultimately, if the end goal is to educate the child, social media doesn't need, or the influence of social media doesn't need to be present. I feel.
I agree.
It just doesn't need to be.
Like if that was my nephew, I'm definitely feeling some type of way.
100%.
I'm like, nah, bro. I gotta get with my sister. Hey, you gotta go talk to the teacher, like, cause I don't want to be the one that have to do it. Like that's fucked up, because and ultimately you just hurting the child.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
you ultimately, and I can't. With social media now, we're just in a society where it's just content over everything.
Mm-hmm.
Content over everything ruins a lot of things. It ruins the experience. Who's to say that child get older, the internet's forever? But like, damn, bro, like, I just wasn't grasping it at the time, and you gonna go put me on blast on social media. And granted, like, he's not showing the actual students, but again, those students are gonna know who that teacher is.
Yeah.
It's like, nigga, I was in that class. You
I
bugging.
remember this day.
I remember this day. Like, you see what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, like,
you thought
I couldn't turn around and do that to my child or my niece and nephew, or if that child becomes a teacher. Yeah. I couldn't do that. It's a certain type of calmness you got to carry with children in terms of the learning curve.
Yeah.
You gotta be patient. That's why you're a teacher. They hire you for that.
And then that's fucked up, because like that kid has a bad experience with a teacher now. His experience in school may be a little bit like.
And what if they just
off.
Genuinely not getting it, but they trying? That happens.
Yeah. And then,
like you could be trying and you just cannot grasp it. You as a teacher gotta provide them an environment where they're comfortable. You got to tap into something.
Yeah.
You got to tap into something that will help them understand. Everybody has a different methods. Like, funny, I remember when I was watching an episode of Hey Arnold, and he had to tutor a student.
Mm-hmm.
Just couldn't get it in math. He could not get it. But he was like a bully too.
Yeah.
So when he caught him outside one day jacking up a student for lunch money that he owed, he was like, bruh, you got it. He's like, what you talking about? He's like, bruh, that's it. That's math. So when they got home, he put together a formula when it came to students and lunch money.
Yeah.
That helped him understand math. A student is going to get it unless they completely just can't get it. But they're going to get it. It's on you for them to help them understand, like, okay, what are the interests? Okay, like, teachers, even back then, teachers did it with us. Whether it be candy, whether it been a toy, a TV show or something. So a teacher put something together to help you understand how to grasp something.
Hell yeah. Or just the famous, hey, if the class gets an average of such and such, we get a pizza party. Nigga, that used
Some sort of incentive to help
that
them
used to make
get it.
niggas-
Because a lot of times the kids are just lazy.
Yeah.
But if you have a student or a couple of students who can't grasp it, like we talking about shapes and colors, my nigga. Like, come on, bro.
you can get somebody to like, you know.
But that, I mean, shapes and color goes as far as your beginning of your sponge, bro. So that's 2
Facts.
years old.
Yeah.
So it's 100% on the parent
Yeah.
at that point, because those simple things of even nursery rhymes, it matters.
Mm-hmm.
It can take a child a very, 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 very long way to just those simple things. But again, it starts at home, bro.
Mhm.
It definitely starts at home.
And if you know they don't have that guidance at home,
yeah, I mean, it's literally
put in the work, put in the extra work. But you put on social media ain't doing it no justice.
it ain't gonna do.
Because I'm gonna tell, I know trust me, this is not to absolve the parents. Your child should definitely know that at a very early age. And I think it was more than the shapes of color. It was some other things too. Because again, I think this is 3rd and 4th grade.
Yeah.
So at a certain point, of course, as you go up in grades, you start to learn more multiplication, subtraction, division, whatever. Like you said, your English writing, it becomes more advanced.
Mhm.
But this is a thing that has been talked about in the black community as far as black boys not being able to read on a 4th grade level.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Like that's
crazy.
Like that's crazy. And reading is so important. That's why for me as an adult, I've gotten back into reading because that used to be my thing. But I also had an incentive behind reading for me.
Yeah.
It was the AR, accelerated reader.
Yeah.
You know, getting points.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you how I was a funny ass kid. I'm gonna tell you what I used to do. So there was a time where we used to split off and go into certain type of subjects.
Yeah.
Science, reading, math, but it wasn't a regular class. It was looked at as like a certain group,
Yeah.
and it wasn't counted as a grade like on your report card. It was just a certain group of settings.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember one time, man, I thought I was outsmarting the teachers, right?
Mhm.
They never caught on to the shit. So I was like, oh shit, if I go to this math, I can go into reading next, so I can get up my reading points.
Yeah.
Nah, I ended up going to science next.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to get into the reading.
Yeah.
So that allotted me more time so I could get my accelerated, because you would be able to go to the library
Yeah.
and do your thing, get the accelerated points. But I also, reading for me just came naturally. Sounding out words came to me naturally.
Facts.
That had to play a part with my mom and my dad, but just me sounding out words. A teacher, I remember I was in 1st grade, a teacher put a word on board and I got it off the rip. I already knew how to say it. But that has been a struggle for us. I've noticed a lot over the years.
Yeah.
Like us not being able to read at a certain level. But you gotta work with them. When it comes to reading, you got to put in the work with that. Like you can't just be dependent on the technology with this one. Now you gotta take it back. Like, hey,
Grab a book.
take
them to the
3
library,
books,
you know
4
what I'm
books.
saying?
You're gonna get it
Yeah.
because you have no problem doing that other stuff.
Yeah.
So you're gonna learn how to read it and read fluently.
Yeah.
So, but just to see that be a thing, you got to be more tapped in with these kids when they come to reading, bro.
Yeah.
Like if I ever was to find out like my nephew was having, nah, bro, we getting into it.
We going to the library.
Yeah,
Straight up.
we gonna get this
straight to the
right.
library. I'm taking, God bless when I have kids and they get, of age, I probably maybe 3 years old, 2 years, maybe 2 or 3 years old. I'm taking them to the library, bro, because that's how I was brought up. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I used to go to the county library a lot. That's really how, like, as far as reading is concerned, that's how I was able to just grasp it
Facts.
so easily.
And a lot of kids don't like it, but it's necessary. Reading out loud in front of the class. A lot of them, they might feel embarrassed but you got to get to a point where you got to be able to, like, I used to get upset when my teacher used to always pick on me to read, but I get why she did it. But you have to get the other kids comfortable enough to do that, because if you're not going to be, you're going to have to, it's going to come a time where you're going to have to do some type of form of public speaking. So reading out loud is a stepping stone.
Yeah.
It's 100% a stepping stone. So whatever the parents are not doing, like, bro, you cannot have your child out here not being able to read at their grade levels as they continue to get up. It's unacceptable.
And then it's like, when a kid reads out loud and he can't read and kids laughing at
Kids
him.
are cruel.
And then so, that puts a whole different type of, a whole bunch of a different type of pressure on him.
Yeah.
That maybe he just
or her
that they just haven't been able to know how to like maneuver through, and that's kind of hard, man. I mean, just for me, I was English, like I said, was always just a thing.
Yeah, forte.
Yeah, it's just my forte. I was just very easy. That was just easy for me. So reading out loud was just natural. Like my mom would make me go and like hey Marcus, go read, this magazine, go read CNN or some shit like that. We'd be like, my mom would have to, she might go do like run errands, or my mom might be getting her hair done at salon. She'd be like, go and read whatever's on the rack. So shit, I used to just grab I might grab like a CN, like a Time magazine, or they might have a Jet or Essence or so.
Yeah. It would be times my mom would have something planned for us for the weekend, but we wasn't going out until I had like an hour of reading or some shit.
Yeah.
Or after. It'd be like, yeah, we could go do this when you get home. Grabbing that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it was just, when I don't know how they are doing it today. I don't know if accelerated reader is a thing, if they got a new name for it. But that used to be a big thing for us as kids. It was an incentive to read. So it made us want to go to the library. Like, bro, like at that time, like, bro, from like 98 to like 02, bro, you being an accelerated reader and being a top dog at that shit was like a
big thing.
It was like winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was a big thing in public school. I mean,
so like you really was trying to, it's funny saying it, but you really was trying to outread other kids. But in turn, it was a great turnover as far as the results.
Yeah.
Because you had kids wanting to read, wanting to engage with each other. Then you take the test, you just got to have some type of, I'm not saying they always got to be rewarded, but you got to have some type of incentive behind kids wanting to read.
Because some kids are just naturally may not be in the school. So you got to kind of like damn near trick kids to get in, just to get into school.
And some teachers are good at that shit. And some parents are good at that.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed, getting those coupons to go to Pizza Inn.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Another memory unlocked.
Boy. Get to go
Facts.
to Pizza
Get
Inn.
to Pizza Inn. Yes, sir.
But see, businesses like Pizza Inn used to be tap into that. Yeah. So they'll, give you,
it was a sponsorship.
100%. And I think it's, businesses should tap into situations like that to help promote
reading.
Something. Yeah, definitely.
Hell
it's incentive, man. We need that.
We need that shit, bro. Like, we used to see it all the sponsors our schools had.
Our school was Fazoli's.
They
were sponsoring
Pizza Hut. Bruh, that Pizza Hut, you wanted that Pizza Hut coupon, bruh.
And they gave you like
wanted
a medal.
That shit.
A medal.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Oh, spelling bees? Bruh, if you won, you got to go to ye old fashioned. You didn't think I was trying to win that shit? I won that shit back-to-back years, nigga. I was trying to win. And then I remember 4th grade when I lost, nigga, like Math Wizard. I still got I still got to find them. I still got 2 of my awards for Math Wizard. I never won one. I think one year I came in 3rd. One when you would go up on the stage and they'll flash the cards and you got to, like Dru said, and like you said, bro, you got to trick them into one. Like being a Math Wizard, you wanted to be a Math Wizard. You wanted to be on top of reading. Like, they used to put those things in motion. Like, but that was a strict competition. Mm-hmm. Niggas was trying to win that shit, dog. Niggas was trying to be the Math Wizard, bro. You get up there and you got to say, and they answer that shit before you. cook. You got to get back to the drawing board. Like, damn, bro, how the fuck I ain't get that equation that fast? Then you look to your left and they get that shit. Boy, you're like, oh shit, competition is different this year. This shit ain't that easy. And even with spelling, spelling and reading go hand in hand.
Yeah. But I mean, it do. But I'm not the best speller, though. I'll be honest with you, bro.
No, I know, but it helps also in terms of sounding out words.
Yeah.
So then when you put it in a sentence, it just all. I was always good with spelling, but the only thing I would say I had an issue with, but I got better with was like my writing for one, and then sentences.
Yeah.
Like actually forming the sentences. My punctuations wouldn't be in the right spots as far as commas. Michael, that's a run-on sentence. You can't.
Yeah, can't do that.
You can't do that.
That fucked me up a lot too. The actual technicality of just like
the technicality of actually writing.
Commas in certain places and shit like that. Because once I got older and we got to like actual reading and comprehension, that was just like.
Yeah, like
I can do that with my eyes closed, bro.
I got a brain fart right now. What's the one with the semicolon and the comma? Well, it had a certain name for it, bro.
Hypercolon? Maybe that's probably.
I can't remember the name of that shit, bro. But that shit used to always fuck me up. I'm like, why the fuck is this shit placed right here, bro? But yeah, so I just think if you have a certain love and pride of being a teacher, bro, don't be on that type time, dog.
Yeah.
Don't be on that type time because it's only gonna derail. It's only gonna derail the student, and that ain't gonna look good for you.
Because you're going to have a classroom full of kids who failing.
Yeah. And I salute all teachers. I tell them all the time, anytime I come across a teacher, like, especially the women, because I can honestly say, like, in my lifetime, I probably dated and dealt with women mostly who are teachers. Yeah. And, man, it's not easy at all.
And you got a type?
I don't think it is. That's just naturally what it is. Anytime I come across them and I ask them their profession, they be teachers. Real shit, they be teachers. That's not my type, though. It's not.
Nurturers are your type.
Having a professional type, I think, is kind of, I don't know.
He likes nurturers.
I don't know. I don't know. But I've mostly dealt with teachers for some reason. I don't know. But I just think being a teacher is definitely not an easy thing. But if you're going to get into that field, you got to be in it 100%. 100%, because it's not nothing to play around with. Kids are the future. You're prepping them for the world. When you get 60, 70, and they 40, 50 years old or whatever.
You're going to have to depend on them for something.
You're going to have to depend on them for something. Facts. 100% facts.
And if these niggas don't know how to do shit.
Man, the world is going to be fucked.
Yeah.
The world is steadily, we talk about this shit all the time, especially with technology. The world is steadily advancing every single day. Who's going to be behind these machines putting all this shit together? These kids. You see what I'm saying? Engineers, they're the future engineers. They're the future mathematicians. They're the future architects. They're the future doctors, nurses, surgeons. They're the future of that. It's on you to prepare them for that, bro. Like, no, it's not going to be a smooth transition either, but hey, man, just got to do that. That's how I look at it. So we also had some new music drop. Kanye West dropped Vultures. Been having some damn clearance issues in between time because every time I go back to the fucking I'm going to just go buy the shit outright. I ended up buying it outright. You know, there's always, you know, when the track is not available, that shit get the gray on Apple Music. So I think it was a good album. It's very, very good. The production is A1. Him and Ty Dolla $ign at first, I was scratching my head like him and Ty Dolla, but man, Kanye, he knocked it out the park with this collab, I will say. Very good. Do It. I love Do It. And that just goes to speak about how, you know, we talk about sampling. That's how you do proper sampling, bro. He just didn't rip back that ass up 100%. Like, he incorporated into the beat. It was like a build-up. That's what makes him such a genius. It wasn't just, oh, we taking back that ass up. We about to rap over that shit like how these niggas is doing today.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Nah, he wasn't doing that. But, man, Vultures is a great piece of work, man. It's a great piece of work. Kanye just continues to, when he's tapped into his musical bag, man, there's nothing you can say about this dude. I love Keys of My Life, Paid, you know, Back to Me, shout out to Freddie Gibbs. He killed that track. Yeah. Paperwork, Burn, Fuck Something, Carnival, and I'm not a Playboy Cardi. Actually, his last couple features on Kanye album, he's been killing.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not
off the grid.
Yeah,
I give Cardi his props. He did that, but I can't listen to him individually for a full album, bro.
I mean, it is kind of an acquired taste. I will say that because the youth fuck with it, but as far as like an older generation, like it is. I mean, because I really didn't like a whole lot of Red, but Die Lit was tough. That was the album before that. That shit was tough, and the last couple of songs he coming out with, I fuck with.
Mm-hmm.
So but I like the old Cardi. I like when Cardi was on like Offer Records and shit. But I still fuck with his music though. But yeah, the last features with him and Kanye have always, it's been tough. And man, Kanye always tapping in. I think he's kind of like trying to figure out like what kind of stage is his career right now. You know what I'm saying? Because he's had so many type of stages in his career, and where he's at in his life is always kind of reflected through the album. So what would you kind of categorize this stage as for Ye? Like, because I mean, musically, he's always going to be like, you know, relevant.
I think he's at a stage in his life where he's just
'Cause
very reactive.
Okay.
Very reactive to everything. He's challenging a lot of shit. Way more than he was when he first came out.
Yeah.
Way more now. He's way more vocal.
Yeah.
And I think that's due to his status. Of course, he was going through the divorce with Kim. He got a new wife now, so creatively, it's reflective of the time as well because he be having her in some bullshit.
Yeah.
But as far as the music continues to be. He hit a point in time around that 2018 time. Outside of Daytona, I'm not revisiting none of that shit from 2018 from Ye. I think that was a low point for me in his career.
Okay.
That was especially around the time where he was, doing with the Trump shit and all that other shit. But Kids See Ghosts, not visiting that. Ye, not revisiting that. Tiana album was good, but I felt could have been the Nas shit.
Definitely not revisiting.
Definitely not revisiting that shit. But Daytona, he did great work. When Kanye is locked in, there's nothing you can say about him as far as production point. The raps were even good. And he bounced back with Donda.
Yeah.
I can honestly say he bounced back with Donda off that 2018 time frame when he was putting out work. That album definitely grew on me over time. Off rip, it was kind of like, but man, that Off the Grid is amazing. Life of the Party, amazing. Do What You Say with the Lauryn Hill flip in there.
Yeah.
Amazing. Kanye, he's just always gonna. But he said it back then when around graduation time. He's like, bro, when you go back, you look at my music, it's gonna be reflective of the time and the sound.
Yeah.
But you can always tell when it's Kanye produced, with it being the time, because it makes it timeless.
Yeah.
Graduation is timeless. Late registration timeless. College Dropout timeless. Like Donda, it can. When you go back and you look at 2021, 2022, off the heels of COVID and everything that's going on in the sound, it's gonna resonate with Kanye West production.
Yeah.
It don't sound like nothing else. So I can say he's in a time now where, of course, you didn't get as soulful on Donda and that because that was his lane when he first came out.
Yeah.
But man, when we crossed over into Graduation, when we crossed over into My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, it's like who. It was literally like, what is this nigga?
Yeah.
It was just so amazing. And it was just the way he structured songs, the way he pieced shit together. And that's what I got from Vultures.
I mean,
it's not on that level, but just in terms of him putting in the work and his beat construction and everything like that, yeah.
I think one of my favorite Kanye albums on the real is like Life of Pablo.
Life of Pablo is a very good album.
Listen, that album
very good album. Yes.
This
is a great album, actually. Yeah. Life of Pablo is a very good. No More Parties in L.A. Waves.
Real Friends.
Yes.
That's probably my favorite track on there though.
But again, that's him getting in his mode. When he's in his mode, he's good. That 2018, he wasn't in his peak. He was on some bullshit.
I mean, they had a lot going on, like you said, around that time too.
He did. Especially off the heels of that Drake beef and 2018 I scratched that off when it comes to him.
I can't think of any. Well, because he had Kids See Ghosts, Tiana Taylor. I mean, did Saha drop that year?
No,
he didn't. Okay. I'm tripping. What he dropped like 2019? No Dope on Sundays came out. Or
No Dope on Sundays was 2018. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
I am
okay.
wrong. I'm wrong. Yeah,
All right,
it was
so
2018.
he got two in there. You know him and Pusha.
Then Tigana, him and Cuddy, then him solo. Then he did the gospel album.
I fuck with the gospel album.
You did?
Yeah, I fuck with that shit.
Oh, okay. I didn't like it.
I fuck with I like that Follow God. That's my shit on there.
Okay. But I think with Kanye, man, he just got to continue. I don't want to hear about him outside the music. I stand on that. And because anytime it's nothing positive, it's some bullshit.
Yeah, but shit, man, if you peep what he doing with his clothing, though, like he got everything on his website $20, like he said he would.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Mm-hmm. But shit, I seen some report where it seemed like he made a bunch of money. Then I seen some report where it seemed like he losing money. So I really don't know what's going on.
Well, it probably cost him more than what he's putting the price tag on. But if he was doing that out of kindness heart, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Kanye, I can't even say Mike. He probably is the most influential rapper when it comes to fashion all time.
Yeah, easily. There's
So it don't matter what he put out, the shit gonna move.
Yeah.
Just to see, did you see that little video? Him walking through different phases of his albums.
Yeah, I seen that.
You seen that video? Like, just look at how he dressed. By the time we got to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, it was something different for real, but it was still influential fashion.
Mm-hmm.
When you first come out, it's the polos, the backpack. You see what I'm saying? Like,
and then you see his like
it's a trend. It's an evolution.
Yeah, through the different brands. Like I know 808s and Heartbreaks. I can even like kind of identify like even like through like the sneakers, like the Jordan, like the Aqua 8 was definitely like the graduation. Like of course the first Yeezy. No matter of fact, the Yeezy October was like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy era.
Shit, they just had the 12-year anniversary for Yeezy 2 drop.
Yeah.
12 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did. Damn, it was been 12 years.
2012.
I remember when the first ones came out, bro.
That was a 09?
Yeah, the first was 09, and then the second was like 012 was 2012. But when that first one came out, bro, I remember I went to Titanic and I seen a nigga in line standing in line with them shit. I'm like, bro, that nigga got them shit. Cause I didn't know where the fuck to get them shit. I wasn't that tapped in. Like I knew something, but I ain't gonna hold you. 2010, 2011, I didn't know where the fuck to get some Yeezys at. Like I wasn't eBay savvy or even buying sneakers online. I was still
social media wasn't like how tapped in. Yeah,
I was still local.
Now you getting all type of alerts.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But there was niggas who was savvy enough. There was niggas who was driving to Charlotte, niggas who was driving to Atlanta. I knew niggas who was going to maybe even Columbia might have been. I don't think maybe, but I know Charlotte. And I knew niggas who drove to Charlotte and Atlanta to get those Yeezys, and a nigga who drove to Jacksonville.
Yeah,
but
niggas just an amazing artist all around.
Yeah,
amazing artist, bro. You got to think about it. From music production to his raps to his clothing, excuse me, all of it just embodies who he is as a person.
And me personally, with Ye, it's like, dog, niggas talk about everything, but like, to me, I'm like, dog, this nigga really raps good, bruh.
Yeah,
like,
he's a great rapper.
That nigga is he's
an elite rapper.
Yeah, that's why. But I feel like some people don't really kind of.
Well, because of the ghostwriting shit, but I don't care about that shit.
But even that, or just like they feel like maybe he's more of like a songer. But man, that nigga just that nigga got like some.
He got bars.
He got bars. Like, bro, I was listening to Go Hard like maybe a week or so ago. I'm like, bro, this nigga smoked this shit, dog.
Bro, Maybach Music.
He smoked that shit.
Diamonds, the original version.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, Go Hard. Dilated Peoples. What's the name of that song?
I can't live my. I can't. Yeah, that.
No, he got so many memorable verses.
Slum Village, Selfish.
Selfish. He got so many memorable verses, bro. The nigga really getting his bag for a click.
That nigga could really rap.
Yes, he could really rap for real. Yeah. Like, he's a real rapper's rapper.
Yeah.
And I just think with Kanye, man, I just don't want him to get so engulfed with the bullshit, bro. Like, we got enough of that already. Yeah. I just want him to get to a place of consistency with that. Like, I don't want to hear nothing about Kanye West and negative for 5 years.
Yeah. That's impossible.
It's probably impossible, but that's what I would like. I just wanted to kick back, do his fashion thing, do music, and just be calm. You remember them couple years when Soulja Boy was just quiet?
Yeah.
And he came back 2019? It's like, damn, bro, like this nigga really was quiet. Cause remember, he was spazzing the fuck out. He was wilding the fuck out. But he took like a year and a half, 2 years, and he really was. We didn't hear no type of controversy. Remember, it was like every week.
Yeah,
he was in some shit.
That's when the whole what that nigga was like, what he say? I'm from Fruit Town,
Yeah.
That nigga said, get the fuck, you the fuck off of me, nigga.
And this nigga just was quiet for a whole year.
Yeah, guys.
I would love that for Kanye West, bro.
He's a natural disruptor, bro. He's naturally going to disrupt. It don't matter what the fuck, whether this is a fashion
Of course,
industry,
he's the poster child for Geminis, along with him and
They put Donald Trump in
Donald
the bag
Trump,
with us.
and it was him, Donald Trump, and somebody else. I can't remember who it was.
Fucking Azalea Banks.
Azalea Banks a Gemini?
Hell yeah. Yeah, we get all the crazies, but
Yeah, it is.
bro. June 7th in this bitch, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
Most creative though.
Yes,
A lot of creative motherfuckers.
The best rappers, the best entertainers. But
we got the best everything.
But really, we got the greatest rappers though. All your greatest rappers, nigga. Biggie, Tupac, nigga.
Some niggas athlete goats are in there too.
Iverson. You know what I'm saying? Like we and then because how they carry themselves. You know what I'm saying? My nigga AI was a. We carry on different personas. You know, some Geminis are like the Kendrick Lamars, and some niggas are like the Kanyes, and the AIs.
Then you got
real
Prince.
rock stars. You know what I'm saying? Prince. You know what I'm saying? We got big personality.
Andre 3000.
Yeah, but he's a quiet dude. You know, Jadakiss.
Jada's one?
Yeah, in May. I think like May 22nd, May 21st.
Okay, yeah, because Biggie is one too, and Tupac. You got Tupac.
Yeah, of course. Pac, Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Kodak. Shit.
Kodak. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
It's a lot of names in that Gemini tree, bro. It's a lot of names for real. Like I get it, but some of them don't got. Donald Trump don't got to be the poster child for Geminis, bro. Come on, man.
Hey, speaking of him though, bro, I was watching the interview. I was geeking one night, and I was watching the interview. And he was talking about John McCain. He was like, John McCain. The only reason he's a war hero because he got caught. I don't like my war heroes getting caught. I was like, oh my god.
You gonna talk shit.
Yeah, bro. And that shit he did with that commercial he did with Joe Biden when it was like the elder dog. Dog.
Donald was crazy. You know he got hit with that. What he owe 320 something million or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. Get hit with that fine.
He ain't going to jail though. I knew he wasn't gonna see no jail time behind that shit.
It's
bro.
like him and Nikki Haley going there. I be seeing a bunch of Nikki Haley commercials trying to shit on Trump.
She's not gonna win.
Hell no. I told one of my partners, like, bro, we'll have a black president, but no offense. You know, shout out to all the women. I love y'all. I have a deep respect.
She ain't it.
But women, America, this male society, especially in the Western, the Western civilization, we will never have a female president. It's just not gonna happen.
Before I ask this next question, y'all think our Western civilization mindset really is that different from the rest of the world, and it holds us back?
Damn, that's a good question, man. That's a good question because I feel like there's definitely parts of our way of thinking that is fucked up, but I feel like there's also a good way of our thinking that the reason why I guess for America, for freedom, and why we're such a strong nation and in the military and all this other shit. But as far as for us,
I'm just talking more so socially.
For socially, I mean it varies because Americans could be we come off very cocky, very brash. But that's the one thing that people overseas kind of love about us. But at the same time, they hate that at the same time too. But we are a little, but overseas is very more open to things. Because they experience so many different types of cultures. Between us, you know what I'm saying? Like, between us, my nigga, like we're in South Carolina. We're gonna see black, white, Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Depending on certain parts, you might see maybe a little Indian. Because I lived in West Ashley, so there was a little Indian community there. So, you see a little bit of that, but, unless you're in like New York, LA, you know what I'm saying? Like, even those are kind of like separated, like Chinatown, Little Italy, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But when you go overseas, it's like, you got Jamaican culture, you got, I mean, we have like, I mean, just overall island Caribbean culture.
Yeah.
Then you got your African culture. Then you might have people who, who migrated from France. And also, you just get a worldly view, and you're able to see and talk to different people from very different walks of life other than yours. You know what I'm saying? And just, I even felt that on a small scale. Just me moving from South Carolina to Virginia at one point in my life. I never had Filipino friends. I never had Asian friends. I didn't know anything about none of that shit until I moved up there. So depending on where you at is only really what you're gonna see. And for us, especially in America, it's still, very segregated. You know what I'm saying? As far as, who and then socially who you interact with and shit like that, you're gonna just find maybe more of a vast, speaking to a vast amount of people when you're over on another side of the country, because you're gonna be able to meet, talk, see new people. So you can't be ignorant. You know what I'm saying? You can't be ignorant fast.
I think with us is we definitely have some things that we could be better at, especially when it comes to food.
Yeah.
There are certain countries who don't even allow certain things that we eat over in their country. Like when I'm talking down to like types of cereal, type of candy, all type of shit. Like they don't allow some of the shit that we eat here in other countries. Like, that thing about America being the most obese and all that other shit. Like, I think with us, it's a positive and a negative. Like when at the end of the day, when it comes to America, I get it. We get a lot of flack for being cocky, but a lot of people is running over here.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying people aren't leaving, but because you can get your escape here in terms of your wants.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? A lot of countries, you can't do certain shit. Like, me and you probably can't do this podcast in another country.
Definitely not like Korea.
You get what I'm saying?
Like, hell no.
Like, you just can't get up and go to the mall or something without worrying about a tank rolling down the road or some shit. Or, just go get anything. You got to go through some type of third party, or, they got different types of leadership, dictatorships in certain, you're censored in a lot of countries when it comes to certain shit. I don't see everybody got their shit, but our shit ain't as bad as I think others make it out to be. I could be wrong. Like I said, I haven't been to all the parts of the world. There's certain places I want to visit, some places I really don't care to. I know certain countries, they don't got to worry about crime like they got to worry about crime here. They don't have to, there might be certain countries, they don't even got to worry about gun violence at all, period. It's not a thing. When it comes to us, that's a big negative on us, I will say.
Yeah, everybody.
It's the gun violence, man. The school shootings, public shootings.
Yeah.
We are real bad with that. Socially and culturally, though, man, I seen a white dude talking about, man, when it comes to all the types of music, black people created that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to art, the way we talk, the way we carry ourselves, the way we dress, the way even down to black Americans.
Yeah.
See, as a kid, I didn't really see it as that. As I started to get older, especially into my 20s, it's like, damn, bro, like, because I was like, man, you black. And we are black. But when it comes to creation of things, dog, we really had to really start distinguishing, like when Fat Joe was getting on the whole thing about rap. Like, bro, black Americans started rap, bro.
I mean, bro, you could trace rap back to, like, James Brown, and, you could trace that shit back to,
It was like when it was skip music.
Yeah, skip,
You know what I'm saying? That was a form of rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think with us, our mindset, you take the good with the bad with everything at the end of the day. That's how I look at it.
I mean, yeah, you take the good with the bad. For the food,
shit, we be killing that too.
Yeah, for the food, but I ain't gonna lie, man. When it comes to food, I've got a pretty wide palate, so I'll depends on where we at. I mean, if it's rice based, then I'ma fuck with it.
I haven't had rice in a very, 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 very long time.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
God damn, bro. I love rice. I have to stop myself from eating it so much. I have to limit myself. I know I limit myself to like maybe 2 times. Like this was, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I could eat rice 7 days a week.
That's crazy.
I could eat rice.
That nigga loves some rice,
boy. I
could
eat chicken and rice. I could eat fucking okra and rice. I could eat shrimp and rice. I could eat egg and rice. I could eat.
I'm more of a roasted potatoes type of person.
Man, I fucking love rice, bro. And then like what
But you do a lot of things with rice.
Yeah, but then like certain cultures, like Indian food, their rice-based dishes be banging, like Nigerian food. Their rice dishes be banging. Well, they have jollof, but I say, for Americans, we get that though. I say we do get that. I do see people, they are open to shit like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I would say just in our way of thinking. I mean, we do have like a, as we are Americans, we cocky. We do have like a soldier like mentality, because we are the takeover. We take over shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what America does. Whether if it's through entertainment, through music, through culture, we pretty much like take it over. And black people, black Americans are, as far as especially entertainment, you know,
Entertainment, fashion, all that shit.
but just really, just honestly in general, because even if you want to break shit even down to like food and
yeah,
like shit like that, like bro, we
shit wild. So how'd y'all feel about Trump at the sneakercon and dog getting him them sneakers, man? Niggas bugging, man.
They tripping.
Niggas bugging, and the sneaker trash.
Shit.
Sneaker trash. Shout out my boy Greg. I know I ain't had a chance to listen to the episode yet, but I know my dog gonna have he gonna have some comments as regards to that one. But
Like, what? But I heard
when I seen this shit, I just started laughing. To be honest,
them shit sold out.
and I know dog caught some heat for it. I seen him before. I think his name is Two J's.
Yeah.
2J's Kicks or something like that. But
Then they had
the sneaker trash, bro.
the shit trash.
Drew, you seen them? The gold shits.
Unfortunately,
What you think? What y'all think about that shit, man?
I'm sure whack.
Garbage.
But I mean, Trump know what he doing, man. The nigga he's playing in the people's face, dog. Like
Exactly what he's doing.
he's playing with the niggas in their face, and niggas eating this shit up, and that's the crazy shit, bro. To even go support this shit, bro, it's just nuts, man. But it's a horrible sneaker to me, in my opinion. Classless, man. Like it has no class.
It's just that sneaker's like a campaign fundraiser, bro. Like
He know better. Dog know
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
And he's a predominant name in the sneaker culture. He knew better than to do that shit.
But he already.
But that boils down to it. Some people got a price.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the price don't even got to be money. It could just be the exposure. To some people, social media currency is more valuable than money. Their currency for them is the social media engagement and the exposure.
But
I can't see myself doing no shit like that with Trump, bro.
But don't you think in the long run that's going to affect him even more, bro? Like
The dude?
Yeah.
Or Trump?
the dude.
Probably not.
You don't think so? You think people will still fuck with him?
Probably.
I mean, because honestly,
Even the dude, one of the dudes that was with him was like, yeah, man, I got on. I'm like, nigga, you look like you cooning right now, nigga. Like, come on, bro. And then the sneaker not even fly. Like, it's not hard.
it's a fucking gold titanium sneaker, bro, with a T on that bitch, dog, and that shit sold out. I think how much they selling that shit for? Like 300?
I don't know, bro. Like, the shit ass though. All in all, though, the shit ass.
But see, the guy the dude who's prominent in the sneaker community, he's probably gonna lose some people, but he's gonna gain a lot more people.
Probably.
From Trump, so it don't matter.
But in the long run, they ain't gonna really fuck with him anyway. They only will fuck with him off the strength of Trump.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
True.
Like, when you get back to really how you really gotta be, are they really gonna still be by you?
Probably not.
You get what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I had to ask about that one because that shit was fucking insane. I'm like, nigga, that's what we doing now?
But I mean, when there was another person on there too who was prominent, man. I think he's like the Benji Kicks dude.
Benjamin Kicks?
Yeah.
He sells sneakers though, don't he?
Yeah, I think he was there with him.
Oh, okay, he could have been.
Yeah, I think he.
I mean, who
looked
wouldn't?
like-
Anybody who's predominant sneaker culture, who wouldn't take the opportunity to get them boys? And they white.
Yeah.
So it's like, but see, 2J's is Puerto Rican. So it's like, that's even more crazier.
He probably identified himself as a white Puerto Rican. For real, you know them boys.
That's fucking insane, bro. That's fucking insane. But when I seen that, I'm like, okay, bro, like, that's what we doing now. Like,
Is this where the sneaker game has came to?
bro, it's not even no need to even be talking about the sneaker game in terms of what we see wrong with it. Anything is allowable now. Anything is allowable, so you
crazy.
cannot be surprised at anything in sneaker
Crazy.
culture no more. You cannot. It's 2024. That shit been sale since 2011.
Damn,
For me,
dog.
honestly.
So
That's when the shit really like started to make the turn. Was 2011. Like at that point, you couldn't really complain about that. Niggas fighting, backdooring shit. What niggas would be willing to do. Oh, that shit been sale. We 13 years deep into it. Prior, when it was just, when it was really just down to Nike talk and all that shit. And this was coming from a nigga who really wasn't ingrained in Nike talk back then. I was just a nigga just trying to get sneakers.
Yeah,
I wasn't really having a conversation on. I wasn't on Nike talk. Yeah. I knew about it, but I was just a nigga who just wanted to get the flyest sneakers. Right. When we get into 2011, 2012, and then you see the releases for the Concord, I think the Concord release was the checkpoint.
Yeah.
That was the first checkpoint. The second checkpoint was All-Star Weekend 2012. After that, anything. Oh, my bad, y'all. After that, everything was just open season for anything to happen.
The Foam Galaxies, the Concord.
That was 12 years ago, bro. So at that point, you can't be surprised to seeing anything that's going on with this shit. You can't.
Yeah, bro.
Like me, like I went against my own shit to try to fucking get to catch the shock drop for the Bread for Reimagined.
Yeah.
Didn't get.
I thought you got them shit.
I had got them off GOAT.
Got them off GOAT, okay.
So then the actual release date comes 17 because I want to get 2 pairs. Yeah. I've been saying that since the pictures first came out. I tried to get the app another chance.
Failed you?
Failed me again.
Damn.
20-minute delay. The shock drop, 25-minute delay. So you set me up for a 25-minute L, and then on the actual release day, this shit dumb. I'll never download that app again. I promise you that. I'll never download that app again. But you can't be. Am I surprised?
No. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Because you know what my first checkpoint with that fucking app was? The Travis Scott Mocha ones. And that was 18, 19?
Yeah, that shit.
This shit was so fucked, Marcus. They said my card information was wrong. The shit was so fucked. They had me going back putting in card information. So now, they so-called updated the app. So now when you go put in for a sneaker, they say, oh, like getting rid of the bots. Yeah. You're in line, waiting in line. And they'll have the shit pinned and all. Back then, you had to really keep the app open.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed, though. Everything is still the same. So when I see niggas doing goofy shit, I just put that in the group with everything that's going on with this shit.
Yeah.
I put it in the same group.
I feel you. Damn, man. And it's so crazy, man.
But that Trump shit is just nasty. I'm not surprised.
Man, the sneaker game just is like...
It just is what it is at this point.
That's why at this point, you just kind of got to get what you like. If you like something that's hype, you can go and always, shoot your shot, best of luck. But, at this point, man, I'm just going to get what I like. And not give anything away because I was big on, selling shit back then and giving shit. But now I just get what I like and just keep it. Because at this point, dog, it's like, and I'm not going to pay a certain price for a sneaker no more. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting my head bust.
I'm not getting my head bust, but if it's within reasonable range, I'll come.
Yeah, like if I can make reason of it, then yeah. But some shit.
I seen Barkley CB34s going for like $300 dead stock. Shits that we used to get off discount.
Yeah. See,
because I got the white pair. I'm talking about the black and purple pair. Yeah. 94s.
If you really like those, I could kind of understand. But nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I gotta get them for like at least I'll do $250.
Like my nigga, that's a sneaker we get in the hundreds.
Yeah,
or even less.
I mean, like one, because I had the purple one. I paid $175 for mine. When
okay.
They came right back out. I paid $175.
That's good.
So but if I really wanted them, $250 is the most I go. If I really wanted them.
Yeah, we talking about $300-$400 range, bro. Space Jam 11s is going for $500-$600 dead stock.
Which year? Which one?
The ones that just came out with the 45 on the Stitch.
So you can only imagine how much the 2011 pair going for.
Yeah, that shit is cooked. That's that's 09 pair actually.
That was 09 pair?
Yeah.
Damn.
And the last one, they did a great job. The quality is real good. Like I give Jordan one thing. The quality over the last 7-8 years has been very, very good. That tumble leather shit that they did
with the 4s,
with the 11s, with the Gratitudes. I call them the DMPs with the Gratitudes. Yeah. Real good job. The 4s, good. That tumble leather shit has been amazing. Yeah. Even when they did it on the ones for like the Royals and the Breads on the check and all that. They've been knocking out the park, but certain prices you got to sit back and be like, bro, should I pull the trigger? Nah, I ain't gonna do it. You gotta fight that urge, bro. Yeah. I'm telling you, because a lot of this shit is coming back out too, bro. for our generation, we're crossing over into that range from when that generation before was crossing over into 2010 and 11 for shit re-releasing.
Yeah.
They was getting the shit 2000, 99, 98.
Yeah.
For us, we was getting it 2010, 11, 12.
Yeah.
Now we look, it's like, damn, bro, this shit coming back out again.
Yeah.
This shit is going to continue to rotate. I'm not mad at it, but it's going to continue to just come back. So you ain't really got to reach.
Yeah,
certain
they'll always like as me and my homeboy was talking about that shit. He was like, "Bruh, they always gonna be there."
Yeah.
You know
always
what I'm saying?
gonna
At
be
this
there.
point,
Always gonna
it's
be there.
always gonna be there.
Yeah. How y'all feel about Jeezy's Tiny Desk performance? I see a lot of that reaction. I think it's more so with the crowd. And some of the songs
Need that bass, bruh. Some of the songs need that bass. Some of the songs you cannot.
now, some of the songs, they killed it with strings and all that. But some of them, you need that. The sound ain't going to really hit like that.
You need that.
When you talking about a trap rapper like Jeezy, some of them beats probably ain't fitting for a Tiny Desk setting. And along with the crowd as well.
Nah, they got look like a bunch of like students, like a bunch of young, like, bro, you need to do that with some.
If our generation was in there, it probably would have been different.
I mean, or just better yet, do that shit in Atlanta. Do that Tiny Desk in Atlanta. And the natural Jeezy fans who really fuck with that shit will come there. But that's kind of like Jeezy did some shit like that before, though. He had an orchestra. I think for the Thug Motivation 101, I forgot which.
Certain rappers, it just depends on the set. Him doing that, like Scarface Tiny Desk was amazing.
Yeah, that was fire.
Because of his beats also was, you know, you can get that real life. Jeezy, I think he killed some of those, and then some of them it was a mixture of the beat along with the crowd engagement. You know what I'm saying? But I did see that reaction for some people. Like, it was
See, NPR, Jeezy ain't bringing them niggas out they desk. You know what I'm saying? Like, Babyface, he brought them out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand this is NPR, the organization staff and interns and shit that's in the crowd. They don't extend.
Right, you are right.
It's not going to be niggas that get buying a ticket to come watch this shit.
You can't get a ticket to that shit.
So again, so the type of energy that's going to be there is going to kind of be based upon like Juvenile. He brought them niggas out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Jeezy, I guess they really ain't fucking.
And the sound sounded real good.
Yeah,
for
it did.
Juvie songs.
Yeah, because,
for real.
But I always felt like Tiny Desk is more fitting for R&B artists.
Yeah, but see, even when you watch Tiny Desk, they don't really show the crowd as much.
No,
as
they
showed
don't.
on Jeezy.
No, they always
on
focus
Jeezy,
on the artists.
on Juvenile.
Yeah.
Juvenile, they showed a lot. Like, it was a lot of engagement.
A lot of engagement.
Of showing the crowd and seeing like the media pit and stuff like that. So it was a little different for Jeezy, I feel. But I also think like the beats, like y'all said, was just some of them we could have just did without. But
I think for what makes a great Tiny Desk is for the artists when they have like good instrumentation on their records, you know, before you get to the actual doing the Tiny Desk. Like, Back That Ass Up was a song that people played at colleges played at Battle of the Bands and shit like that. So certain songs are gonna sound better with live instrumentation than other certain artists. Like we was talking earlier, certain songs for Jeezy, some of the strings were hard, but there was some records that, bruh, you need bass, you need that shit to hit. You know what I'm saying? That's when you really get that feeling from it, and like Juvenile got a bunch of songs that you could do live instrumentation to. You know what I'm saying? The slow rodeo when they did on NPR.
That was amazing.
I was like, that was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Because you could do live instrumentation with a record like that, but Jeezy records it's too much 808. It's too hard. It's just too much 808.
Exactly.
It's too much 808.
It's only so much you're gonna have to have the actual speaker in there to project,
to really
feel
it.
It can't be just 100% on the band.
Nah,
it can't be, because some of them songs, like imagine Top back at a Tiny Desk.
And the only thing they got
that ain't really gonna hit.
And
for
the
real,
only
for
thing
real.
they really could do was the horns. The dun, 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 dun. That's the only thing. But you're not gonna get that when that shit drop. You're not gonna feel that shit. It's not gonna hit the same.
Feel you, dog. Definitely. So shout out to Jeezy, man. Everybody was anticipating it. I thought it was still good overall, but I can understand how people really didn't resonate with it like that, because I mean, Jeezy got some of the hardest beats ever, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You need that. that bass,
knock,
bro.
man. You need that knock, man. So we had the Super Bowl happen also over our little hiatus, a little week off. Patrick Mahomes, man. I didn't go against him, and he proved me right. Uh, just shout out to him and the Chiefs, man. They did out there they were supposed to do. It wasn't easy for them though.
Nah.
The 49ers kind of had them. It was a defensive battle for mostly the first 3 quarters, dog. Like niggas didn't really start scoring TDs until like late fourth, and then of course we get into the overtime. But shout out to Patrick Mahomes, man. Highs and lows, man. He just got through it. 3rd Super Bowl title in 6 years. 3rd Super Bowl MVP in 6 years. Shout out to Andy Reid. Shout out to Travis Kelce going out on a high note. I thought it was a great Super Bowl.
Yeah.
A lot of people, if they're not into, football for real, they're going to, oh, man, this shit was boring because of the defensive battle. But that's what football is also, man. It's just not all about scoring a whole bunch of points. But I thought it was a great Super Bowl. I thought it was I was engaged the whole time. I got nothing to say about Patrick, man. He's still chasing Tom Brady to me, and he's the only one ahead of him.
Yeah. As far as
there's no as far as today, he stands alone.
Yeah.
So when we rank quarterbacks, we got to put him by himself, and then you could put number 1 Lamar, Josh Allen, Burrow, whoever you want to put one. But he sits alone.
Yeah.
He sits alone.
Top of the mountain.
Top of the mountain, and it's so he has the greatest start to career like we've ever seen in any sport. Like he solidified. I mean, he solidified himself to me last year. And you know what's so crazy about all those Patrick Super Bowl wins? They all come from behinds.
Yeah.
All of them. His first one against the 49ers, last year against the Eagles, and then this one against the 49ers. The guy is just, and this is arguably his worst team.
That's what I was about to mention.
In his career. Like, you might not ever see home field advantage again coming out the AFC, barring any catastrophic injuries. You get what I'm saying? Like, Patrick has defined all the odds for all his Super Bowls. He did it with Tyreek. He did it without Tyreek. Then he did it again with MVS as his number 1 receiver.
Then one of them, he did it on a bum ankle.
That was last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was last year.
So he's, I don't know, some niggas is just the anointed one. He's just the anointed
Generational.
one. Yeah, he's just.
2 more, man. Need 2 more. Need a man get like 2 more, bro. But do you see people wanting to go to the Chiefs after seeing back-to-back?
Why wouldn't they? It
That's
just
why
depends on what point in their career.
Yeah. Damn, I know Tyreek probably like, I got one, but.
He happy with his one, trust me.
He ain't
This nigga down here wilding in Miami, bro. He's happy.
Damn.
Trust me.
Yo, damn.
He wildin'.
He wilding. This nigga had, what, 3 kids in 1 year by 3 different women?
He's living his best.
Yeah, he's living his best life, getting paid, no max money. So, and he's gonna retire soon. When he said when his contract is up with Miami, he's gonna retire, and he's gonna get into video gaming professionally full time. So he's doing. But Patrick Mahomes, man, as far as his legacy cemented, anything after this point is brownie points. He has nothing else to prove. They say he couldn't win on the road. He beat every big dog on the road after the wild card. He beat Josh Allen and the Bills on the road. He beat Lamar Jackson and them on the road. There's nothing else you can say about the dude, man. He's cemented.
For this generation, man, he's the greatest. I mean, it's just where he's.
Oh, he's going to be a lot of people's GOAT.
Yeah, it's just when it's all said and done, where is he going to, is he just, when it's all said and done, is he going to be above Tom or not? That's the only thing.
That's the only thing now. That's it. And, I mean, salute to him, man. I got no words for him. Another amazing performance against adversity. And that's the thing. You ain't always going to go 25 for 33, 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. You're going to have some struggles. Like there was a lot of punts in that game.
Yeah, but they was finding a way.
And they was just fine. They kept chipping away. 49ers, they put up a good fight. There was opportunities for them to win. I'm not going to get on Brock Purdy for real. I think he had a good game.
Yeah, he did.
He had the best game against that Chiefs defense than mostly outside of Josh Allen. He had a better and for Kyle Shanahan not to know the fucking rules, y'all
crazy.
First of all, I'm not buying that because even if you didn't know, everybody can hear the ref at the overtime session what the rules were.
Yeah. Game
is over barring a defensive touchdown. Outside of that, if the team scores, you got another opportunity to score.
Yeah.
They thought the quarter was going to be over. Bro, the Super Bowl doesn't end on a fucking tie.
No, nigga.
Or you go, no, they still have and they still had an opportunity to score.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, It still was gonna be another quarter played.
Nah, nigga, and Patrick Mahomes has the ball, nigga. This shit is over with, dog.
Nigga walked off with a tutty.
This shit is over with. This shit is none, nigga. You ain't about
Love
to
that for him.
You ain't about to get that.
3 Super Bowl rings, man. 3 Super Bowl MVPs, man.
Big up, man.
But one play I did. Oh my bad.
No, go ahead.
One day I did see. I feel like the Super Bowl didn't even have to go into overtime though. They try to force that shit to Kels to get the touchdown, and Rice was wide open. That's why he was fucking cutting.
Oh, that's why he was cutting up on the
That's why he was
sideline.
cut-
I did see that.
He was wide the fuck open now, but they wanted to give Kels the game winner. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's his best target. That's who I'm gonna go to too in that situation.
It was two niggas,
but
on
he
him.
was open.
It was two niggas on him.
As long as that nigga covered them 2 touchdowns, that's all I cared about.
Oh, that nigga was going crazy. Like that nigga was going crazy.
Yeah.
If you betted on Travis Kelce, you definitely
He didn't score a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
No, I said throwing.
Oh, throwing. Yeah. He covered.
Patrick.
Yeah, he covered that.
and
He covered that.
That boy had like what? How many? I forgot how many catches he had.
Didn't need it.
As long as he got the TDs.
That's it. That's all. I had a feeling it wasn't going to be
A shootout.
Yeah, like it was going to be exactly what it looked like and felt like.
Yeah.
And also, it was like I was only catching the shit like in between layovers, so I really didn't get to really fully watch the game.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
What y'all think about the halftime show?
Didn't get to see it.
Shout out to Usher, man.
I saw it. It was good.
I think a lot of the women are disappointed in the halftime show, but I want the women to understand this is not a concert. He has a certain time that he got to be within. This is not him getting up there for a full 2-3 hour set. So songs are going to be played for 15, 20 seconds before he moves on to the next one. That's just how it is. I thought it was a great performance, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Salute to Usher, man. Like, he still got it, dog. That nigga ain't lost a step. He doing his thing. He performed all the songs that I thought he would, and some of them, I appreciated him performing. I thought it was a great performance, bro. I ain't got no complaints.
Man, my homeboy, because we was having a conversation, he always wants to bring up Chris Brown when it comes to Usher. He was like, man, he'll dust that nigga in the verses, or man, if he was
I'm tired of having that conversation
me
too.
too. I'm just like, dog, just like
let it go.
Let it go. Like, just relax. Like, everybody's great. I'm just tired. I'm just tired of niggas always doing that comparison. Everybody's great.
No, they're generational talent. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't want to see them or put them up against each other. Usher had his time, still has his time. Chris Brown same. So. And
then with it being 2 generations, and I'm like, dog, with Chris Brown, when it came to putting out music, he had a way different. It was way different than when Usher was putting out music. Like Usher, he was working, primarily under the old way of how records get put out, CD, do in stores, all that blah, blah, blah. Chris Brown, he caught the tail end of that, and then he came into the streaming era, or really like the mixtape era per se, because even a song like Deuces that came off a mixtape.
I had Usher on cassette, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? So of course Chris Brown got way more music to pull from because he comes from that era of putting out a bunch of music.
Mm-hmm.
So
definitely had that shit on cassette.
Yeah, man. Salute. Commercials was pretty good this year too. I ain't gonna trip.
Yeah.
That Christopher Walken commercial was probably one of my favorites. That was a good commercial. That was a good commercial. Ended up with us. She's like, "Don't you got somewhere to be?" That was a good commercial.
I ain't gone back and watched nothing from the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
like,
bro. You gotta check out the halftime show. It was good.
You will enjoy it. I've only seen like what Twitter put out a little bit of it, but I just been, bro. It's because I was literally also like, bro, nigga was not feeling good coming back from St. Martin.
Yeah.
And then Casamigos was on my ass.
Oh,
the
brother.
night before. Yes, sir. Lord have mercy. Don't do it. I'm telling y'all, international, do not do Blanco Casamigos. Don't do it. Do the Reposado.
Hey, man.
PSA.
For real.
So then also we had All-Star Weekend, man. Listen, man. I got to get this off. I'm sick of the NBA players. At this moment forward, I am no longer pro player. I am pro owner. I'm dead serious, too. I'm dead ass. I am pro owner. These dudes complain way way, way too much. And it's getting to a point now I understand there can be a level of balance. And I'm not even against the players having a little bit more power. They're abusing it now. And this All-Star weekend performance was one of the worst ever. And for y'all to get all the lean you've been getting over the last 5, 7, 8, 10 years since Adam Silver has been commissioner, it's getting to a point now. Like, you can see that Adam Silver's face is like, he was so disappointed. You can't even put on a show for the fans this weekend, and then you're going to come around and tell us you'll play better if you're paid more. No, you won't, because a lot of y'all already getting sentenced for just being selected. So you're going to play in my face and think you're going to play harder by getting more money? No. And see, this is why they have the 65-game rule, because y'all was abusing load management last year. You wouldn't have a 65-game rule if you wasn't abusing it at the level y'all was abusing it. Now you can't even put on a show for 72 hours for one weekend. You got Ant Edwards going out there shooting left-handed. Luka Doncic, he get the ball in bounds. He shoot it from way back. Come on, bro. And I'm tired of y'all using the injury excuse, too. Nobody in the history of the game has gotten injured for real. Nobody's saying you got to pick up somebody 94 feet, bro. But just go out there and put on the show for the fans, bro. Y'all always say it's about the fans, the fans, the fans. Until when we speak out on it now, we don't know shit. Hey, man, next CBA owners, put the hammer down.
I mean, I stopped watching at halftime because I was like, damn, this nigga's got 100 already. I'm like, damn, these niggas got 100 already. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Like,
these niggas putting more effort in open runs in the all season
than playing on the All-Star game. And it's like, bruh, so I feel like certain niggas don't need to be in an All-Star game. I feel like niggas like Joker, you could be selected like Joker and Luka. Like,
no, but that's a problem. They need to be there.
But they don't never take the shit. Like, I feel like foreign players don't really take the shit seriously like fucking American players, dog. Like, I feel like they never really have. Like, honestly, because their main focus is, I guess, maybe team. Or maybe I'm just talking out my ass. But what I've seen throughout the years, them niggas don't be really giving a fuck about that shit, dog. Them niggas really don't. And if you go back, you look at whether maybe they're not all-star game players, you know what I'm saying? Like a Tim Duncan or, a Tony. I mean, them niggas really don't be.
I thought they still had the format, but they should go back to the target score format they had 2020. That was a great game, even though it ended on a free throw. But they need to go back to the target score. I think that. But you don't play in my face and tell me that us meaning the NBA paying y'all more money is gonna make y'all play harder. No, it's not. Y'all already getting. We talking about NBA All-Stars who are also all NBA players so on average, a lot of y'all are getting 35 to 40 million a game, and a lot of y'all already get incentivized again for being selected. Mm-hmm. Don't tell me that you getting extra bread is gonna make y'all play harder. You playing in my face.
Yeah.
Nobody asks y'all to go out there and play crazy ass pick up 94 feet defense, bro. Just go out there and put in some effort. But they do so much complaining, bro. Like, y'all already are getting a lot. You got NBA guaranteed contracts, and the only reason why you got the 65-game rule again is because y'all was abusing the sitting out national televised game. You abusing load management. We ain't see Kawhi Leonard load managed all year.
Oh, no.
Outside of the little ductor shit he had in the hip earlier, this nigga been playing all the games.
Yeah.
But it's only because you had to force a man hand. Adam Silver got to go again into the all season and address shit going forward. Yeah. My thing is this: either get rid of it or you affect the playoff standings in some way, shape, or form. But don't tell me paying them is gonna make them play harder. No, you're playing it. That's that give a mouse a cookie shit.
Yeah.
You give a mouse a cookie, he gonna want this. Like, no, bro. Like, us paying y'all is not gonna make y'all play harder.
And then
they talking about, I don't know what we can do to make the event better. Nigga, play better.
Play better, and then
it ain't on nothing else. You already have everything in place. All we just need y'all to do is act like you give a fuck.
And then, I know they have a lot of, responsibilities as far as like, because, motherfuckers is probably doing shit around All-Star Weekend, interviews, certain things like that. So maybe people might feel like, oh, by Sunday, we kind of just chilling, retire. But at the same time, dog, like, I get that, but you're still here to put on the show for the fans because that's what y'all all cap about so much is we're doing it for the fans. The fans deserve to see a show. But my nigga, y'all, nobody's playing defense. All niggas, and that's the crazy thing. All-Star games, well, All-Star weekend in general, but All-Star game, that was a time for the niggas who maybe may not get like a bunch of TV time, like to show out. So if you was in, let's say, you played for, I don't know, the Portland Trail, whatever the case, I don't know, whatever its case may be, you might not be in those big media markets. The All-Star game was a way for you to kind of cross over into those media markets, whether it be the dunk contest, whether it's the All-Star game, whether you had a certain sneaker that came out, or certain things. So I just feel like All-Stars kind of lost its kind of its luster when it comes to things like that, because the dunk contest has already been shitty. It's been good since, Zach and Aaron.
I don't know why y'all be forgetting about the 2020 dunk contest, bro.
Which one?
That was a great dunk contest. Derrick Jones and Aaron Gordon.
Oh, yeah. And Aaron Gordon got robbed of that one. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yes, okay, that was a great dunk contest.
Yeah, that was a good dunk. Because that's when he did he did the between the leg shit, right?
360.
Yeah, 360 between the leg. Yeah, all right, that was a good one.
East Bay dunk, the reverse 360 through the leg. Right, Derrick Jones.
But you got to think. All right, from 2016 to 2020,
we've had probably
that was 4 years.
Yeah,
and then after 2020 to now, that's another 4 years. Ass.
Yeah, there's no consistency.
There's no,
you getting motherfuckers from the G League to perform in the dunk contest. Jaylen Brown could go to hell.
I mean, dog,
Jaylen Brown can 100% go to hell.
I feel you, but dog, at least he's actually participating, bro. At least he actually was like, you know what, I'm gonna go and sign my. Because I mean,
Marcus, no,
it was a piss poor performance. It was a poor performance. I give it
Brown
to you.
Shit, you playing in my face.
Right.
You should even have did the shit after the fact.
It was a poor performance, but I at least give him credit for at least getting out there being an all-star. Because I mean, them niggas don't do that shit, and it is true. LeBron James did kill the dunk contest.
I don't think it's on LeBron, bro. These niggas is grown men at the end of the day, bro.
Because I thought we saw it in real time. Before him, all of our all-stars, all of our superstars participated in the dunk contest if there was high flyers. Jordan, Dominique, Clyde Drexler. Like, even if you went one time, bro.
But it's dudes who are high flyers in it. Like LeBron, I don't think he ruined it, though. It's just John Moran don't want to do it. Zion ain't doing it.
But because
that ain't because of Braun, though.
Because they saw that it wasn't valuable to them anymore. Because LeBron James is the one that said, "Hey, this shit, I ain't about to do this. Shit ain't valuable how y'all think it is." Because he was the first one to go against the grain. He was like, "I ain't doing that shit." Every nigga, even Jordan did it. Jordan is a 2-time dunk contest winner. Kobe is. T-Mac participated in the dunk contest. And do niggas think if T-Mac is some? T-Mac ain't.
He had a good performance.
He had a good. Yeah, he did. Now he did. He had a great performance, but T-Mac is known as a scorer, not a dunker. Yeah. So Ray Allen was in a dunk contest. Now that I think about it, he was in a dunk contest. So all of our stars, pre-stars, they all participated.
I'm looking at this shit like Mac McClung. Like he should not be in a dunk contest. A G leaguer has won the dunk contest back-to-back years, bro.
Man, we would have never saw that shit. We never saw no nigga in the NBDL win the dunk contest, bruh. We never saw a nigga from the Charleston Low Gators participating in the dunk contest.
Shit is nasty.
It's because for one, like you said, people don't care, man. That's a big part now. People just I don't think people see the value in that shit no more, bro. Because a lot of times niggas will do that shit and then they get that after the game they get the vacation until Wednesday or because that's when the NBA usually comes back on Thursday. So them niggas, and then think of the niggas who niggas like, man, I'm only in here for the All-Star game. I ain't in nothing else. I really just trying to get the fuck up out of here. That's how.
And Edward said, man, we look at it as a break. Man, y'all niggas go to hell, man. That shit clown shit. That shit's clown shit. It's clown shit.
Because we come from the era of, good All-Star games. You know what I'm saying? We come from the era of, Kobe being competitive. When the East had a stacked squad. I remember the days.
We had some one-off years when it was like, it was bad. But all in all, though, man.
Overall, bro, it was.
These niggas are too coddled.
Yeah.
The NBA players are way too fucking coddled. Period. And Adam Silver gotta go further. He gotta go deeper. Drew, you was about to say something?
That Jaylen Brown dunk was.
That shit was piss poor.
That shit was horrible, bro.
Yeah, you jumping over Kai Cenat, nigga? Please.
Hey, and then this man did the dab like afterwards. Like you supposed to be your eyes closed. Your eyes are clearly.
Didn't he post the dunks he did in practice on his story?
Yeah, man.
Like that makes it like that's gonna make it. Oh, nigga, this what I could have did.
Niggas ain't never have to post validation videos for a horrible performance ever.
That's
for
how
a
you
dunk.
know that shit was ass.
Yeah, man. God bless.
I don't know, man. And then maybe the city has something to do with it. Maybe niggas feel like, yo, it's Indiana, my nigga. I'm just about to go here, do this little shit, and go. You know what I'm saying? If it was in Vegas, maybe niggas might, or it might be the complete verse. Niggas be like, man, maybe it might not be. Maybe because since they're in Vegas, they want to really put on the show. I don't know. There's a lot of things, but I mean, it's been shitty.
Jaylen Brown, go to hell, nigga. And you
shitty.
NBA players, bruh, I used to be on your side, not no more. That's it. I hope they up the standard to 65 games to 80 games. I hope NBA guaranteed contracts are no longer a thing.
Nah, nigga, this nigga said the 80 games. What the fuck?
Bruh, go deep on these dudes, bruh. They got it too easy.
Hey, yo.
They got it too easy. Pause. But I'm telling you, bruh, like, listen.
That nigga said 80 games, bro. What nigga playing 80 games a season, dog? What game, Mike? For real now. What nigga is playing 80 games in
70.
a season? All right, 70, okay.
A nigga who's making multi-million dollars a
Man,
year.
ain't no way in hell a nigga playing. This is
That's
not
a problem, Marcus. That's a problem. They want more for less.
But this is
We're
not,
getting less in return from these niggas.
That's true. But dog,
The only reason
80
why they
games?
playing harder now, but think, if Adam Silver continues to put in more stipulations, we won't have this shit. Niggas been playing these games this year.
Yeah.
Ain't been no low man. Now, some niggas have been trying to play hurt and in turn hurt themselves further, but that's not on the NBA. You know when your body can't be able to play. So if you're gonna miss out on the award, nigga, then oh well, so be it.
Yeah.
Y'all are the reason why the 65 game rule is here. You did this to yourself. So if you're hurt and you're gonna miss the 65 game threshold, so be it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's not the NBA's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrese Halliburton was talking about that. How we evaluated certain, like, I'll go out there and play. It's on you at the end of the day. You weigh that decision.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, bro, you got to look at your career in totality. Do you want to
Look what Joel Embiid did.
You know what I'm saying? Do you want to try to play through this shit and get fucked up and have to go through
fighting
that?
for an MVP.
You know what I'm saying? Do you want to have to go through that? And this nigga already got an MVP, so I really don't understand why
he got a history of being hurt anyway.
Yeah.
So when people be talking about this hurt shit, bro, nobody in the history of the game has won NBA MVP for real playing less than 65 games, bro. The last time it happened was Giannis 2020. That was a worldwide.
Yeah.
You cannot control that. Then before that was Karl Malone 99 because of the lockout. That was 55 game season.
Yeah.
Outside of that shit don't happen like that.
Yeah.
The MVP usually is playing 70 plus games.
Yeah. I would say 70 games. I feel like if you miss more than 10, what would be 12 because it's an 82 season.
Bruh, get these niggas out of here, bro. That's all I got to say about these niggas. Y'all got anything else, man? Drew, you got any thoughts on the All-Star Weekend shit?
Nah, man, that shit was mid as hell. That's all,
Jennifer Hudson doing the
yeah.
Stop it.
I don't know.
Who made that call, bro? If you gonna get and it's not against Jennifer Hudson, but she's not for the demo and the time, bro. Should have got Lotto or something, or one of them.
Little baby Gunna, like, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, bro, knock it off, man. But that's all I really got for these niggas, man. Sorry, not on your side no more, man.
Yeah,
y'all niggas can go to hell, bro. Talking about, y'all pay us. Pay you? You already getting 35 plus a season, and you get incentives for all NBA and All-Star. You talking about pay you for a weekend?
And how much more do you want? Really?
How much more do you want for real?
Yeah. Do you want $10 million for the pot for the winner?
Get the fuck out of here! Y'all ain't doing nothing with that. And then no way. Adam Silver, salute to you for the in-season tournament 65 game shit, but dog, you gotta, I don't know what you gotta do. Tap into some type of spirits to holler at Stern or something. Do something. Yeah. This shit is getting out of control, bro. Shit's getting out of control. That's all I really got to say, bro.
Or shit, partner. If you want to talk about money, partner with some Saudi niggas, man.
He gonna fold soon. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen, bro.
Yeah, partner with the Saudis.
Get it out of here, man. So.
Imagine having an All-Star game with Abu Dhabi or some shit like that. You feel me? That's now, nigga.
That'd be crazy.
That's crazy.
But a lot of shit wouldn't be going on over there.
Yeah.
They got different rules and laws over there. They don't play that. Your ass will end up locked up for 10 years for a weekend for some shit that you did.
Yeah.
So yeah, you better get it right, bro. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got, man. We got anything else, man, before we get up out of here?
Shit, nah, man. Just hey, props to everybody doing their thing, dog.
Yeah, man. Everybody continue to do your thing. Marches are around the corner. This year is gonna steady rolling. These years ain't slowing up. It's gonna continue to get faster. Continue to put out work. Continue to strive, and also run your own race. Please run your own race. Don't compare yourself to nobody. You know they say comparison is the thief of joy. So continue to run your own race. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses. You know, and just continue to grow. That's all I really got to say, man. Drew, you got anything, man?
No, man. Blessings to everyone, man.
Word.
Just keep
word.
working, man.
Always. So like we say every week, man, you hear anything on the show to get you in your feelings, you feeling some type of way. Always remember, we're just the messengers.
We out.